Bam. He has actually gone to the toilet. Right, you should all be able to hear me. I've gone live now, still it.
Wait. Spoilers.
Still
What's his
lit.
name? Philip.
Yeah.
Alright, Phil.
Brilliant. So, good evening, Internet. Welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. We are playing Carbon 2185 tonight, which is a cyberpunk RPG based, or sort of a reskin with tweaks on the 5th edition rules that Dungeons & Dragons use. Dragon Turtle Games are the company that made it and made those tweaks and reskin. It was very successful at the end of last year in its Kickstarter, and we are lucky enough to be playing it and also to be sponsored by Dragon Turtle Games. If you go to their web store and buy anything and use the code WAITE, W-A-I-T-E, with a capital W, you can buy these things. And will it work this week? Yes! Or one of them. Oh, no. Yeah. The Invisible Rulebook. And you'll
I should have got my posh new ones out.
You should indeed. And then you'll get 10% off. So do that if you want cyberpunky goodness using 5e. Your players have you covered. They do indeed. Serious Mel. They do Mel. So thank you for tuning in. A few things before we start doing all the good role playing and shooty stuff. If you want to follow the channel and us on social media, you can go to Facebook, Twitter or Instagram and type in Heavyweight Gaming and you will find us. And we'll be shouting out about stuff we are doing. Our lovely sponsors tonight are Dragon Turtle Games. 10% kids. And nobody else. But we'll go through the list of people that sponsor us. And that is Sawdust and Swear Words. If you go to Facebook and type in Sawdust and Swear Words, you'll see some great woodworking. Ruffworx Creative with an X, not a K. You will see some great leather and woodworking in theirs. Bardic Inspiration. They are a geeky dice and dice bag and candles for your tables providers. There we go. Yes, lovely. Lots of them. We love them. So, last week we said goodbye to Niall, who had been playing with us for just over 3 months. And he's now back to work full time, which is great for him. But we decided to replace him. So, yeah.
King is dead, long live the king.
Long live the king. I'm Spartacus. So we got Dave in, who is of Sawdust and Swear Words. You see, all you got to do is sponsor the show and you get a seat. That's how it works. And so we got the lovely Dave playing F1L1P or something daft. He's F1. He's playing F1. So the players we have James playing Alex the Troublemaker, Rob playing Larry the Marine, Ian playing Jake the Street Samurai, Dave playing Philip the Combat Hacker, and Nave playing Jean John the Combat Medic.
We think.
If anyone gets anywhere near John's history, they'll be like, I've never heard of this guy. That name makes no sense to us. So, have we got all else? Oh, I'm just going to put a picture up. Boom, you should all see on your screen something that said Heavy's 48-hour gaming challenge.
Woo!
On the 28th of August through to the 30th of August, we'll be gaming for 48 hours straight through. It will consist of tabletop and a bit of PC gaming, such things like Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, Carbon 2185, Vampire the Masquerade, Call of Cthulhu, an Alien RPG, a urban sort of fantasy setting using 5e, a space simulator that we are test streaming this Friday from about 8:30, so keep an eye out for that. The space simulator is the crew, a group of players crew a spaceship. They've all got a job on the spaceship and they must perform that job throughout the adventure. So I'm really looking forward to see how that pans out.
Like Sean's flying, they're in for a
Janitor,
Gamma Worlds.
holder.
Wow, this is why you lot crashed. The Gamma Worlds is another RPG that we're throwing out there as well, being run by Roberto. We'll also be filling in the gaps with things like World of Warcraft, Apex, Fortnite, Minecraft Dungeons, some other shooty stuff. Or on the Friday evening, I'm playing Broforce with Island of Rob, so a lad called Rob on Twitch. It is the greatest platform shoot 'em up ever. You get to play Rambo, Mr. T, Schwarzenegger. you can do your plug in a bit, mate. You can do your plug in a
No,
bit.
no, I'm showing the space sim picture.
There you go. The space sim is for Orion. It's the same people that do Orion Sphere.
And also Orion Sphere LARP next year.
Will at some point be all over this channel.
This is a three-hour plug with maybe some RPG breaking out.
So yeah,
Stay tuned.
So look out for that. So the reason we're doing this 48-hour madness is for 3 charities: Mind, which is a mental health charity; Mermaids, which is a pride charity; Rainbow Trust, which is a children's charity. If you go to Google and put either one of those 3 in, you'll get lots and lots of information of why they do, what they're doing with the money they get, etc., etc. If you go to the Just Giving page, .com/team/heavy48, you'll see that each of those charities is associated to myself, Kelly, and Rob. It's just how Just Giving sets it up. If you donate and you want it to a specific charity, make sure you get the right name. If you use the donation button below, it will go into the channel's personal account from Twitch, at which point leave a note when you donate saying which charity you want that donation to go to, and I will manually move it across. Jobs are good. And also, I'll try and grab a picture at the break, but there is a dice tray being made by Sawdust and Swearwords, and it is fucking stunning. Like, I cannot wait to see it completely finished. I'll grab a picture and put it up at the break, and then we'll show it in part 2. But that's up for grabs as a bit of a raffle off for the charity. It's much appreciated from Sawdust and Swearwords. But it is £2 a pop, so basically every £2 you donate, you get your name in a hat. And at the end of the 48-hour stream, we will pull that name out the hat, and they will win the dice tray. When you donate, please make sure you don't donate anonymously, otherwise I'll just see it as another donation. And please make sure you tag it with a note that says tray, dice tray, this is for the dice tray. Something that jumps out at me and tells me that the reason this money is there is because it's names in a hat for the tray. And I believe that's everything. Yep. Oh, and we also use Sirenscape for all our background music. So you will have to let me know if it's too quiet or too loud in chat, because I'm winging it basically. Last session with the Spanish accent. You lot have successfully-ish made your way through a forest to the north side of the city of San Francisco. This forest has been abandoned, completely left, nobody cared, no one's adventured into it or sent recon. There's no exploration of the forest, it's just an area where there's radioactive green stuff with leaves on it. You managed to arrive there from the sky. You crashed a jet into the forest, then blew up the jet to obviously cover up any evidence. I knew what Dream were doing all along. In doing so, you discovered a small hamlet that was hauled up in some sort of structure that was covered in a green mossy type. The overgrowth of it just didn't allow you to figure out what the structure was, and you didn't stick around to investigate. You met a couple of people that were it was very obvious that this hamlet had been completely isolated for their entire existence, or at least the people alive in the hamlet. They had exposure to radiation that many of you had only ever seen on corpses. It was a bit of a misfiring of logic to see them walking around and living a life. You also met somebody from off-world, from the star system of the Aquarii, which they are known to most as a wormer. They are generally miners and such that work on the colonies off-world. And yeah, it turns out he'd been there quite a while and healing them and helping them, and didn't want any harm to come to them. Then you decided to trek through the forest. You avoided many dangers. You chose to get out of the city, out of the forest to the city, rather than track bison. In doing so, you encountered some very large mutated creatures that were some sort of mishmash of venoms, wolves, and ape-like creatures, all amalgamated into one. They tried to beat you up. They did not succeed. As it turns out, Chase was ungrappable. Grappleable? Grappleable. Bastards hard. Right? You defeated them. You trekked a bit. And then you saw a chopper in the sky. It did not land, but the rope was dropped. Several armed soldiers or people quite heavily geared all hit the surrounding area, all armed, followed by a petite, slender person who is incredibly, very, very straight, long blonde hair, piercing eyes, and a false, almost supernatural beauty about them. Regardless of taste, you can't help but think they're pretty. Known as Elizabeth, who you lot have met in the past. Turns out that Elizabeth, for those at home, was the one that hired them to fly the spaceship off the planet, not into the planet. And the final thing was Jean grabbing the rope, tying it round his arm, turning to Elizabeth and saying, "Well, you took your time, didn't you?" And this is where we will come into our game now. So, as I adjust your camera, Mr. Jean, because you are leaning back. There you go, that's fine.
Alright.
That's alright. I kind of have you for like 80% of the stream, and then every now and then you get lazy. And I'm like, I'm chasing you down the camera. Right, so, you're in the forest. The chopper's above you, the spotlight's down on you. Jean, you've grabbed the rope. None of the soldiers move. Elizabeth just looks at you. Yes, I did take my time. After you.
Were you just supposed to go with these guys? Friends of yours?
Yeah, we go way back.
Yeah, it was their job.
Is someone is someone pulling up, or do we have to climb?
How
She-
have they found us in there?
You've been firing weaponry over the last hour. There was also a very large explosion right around the area that our location devices discovered our jet. You were quite difficult to find, but several heat signatures later I wanted to see how you traversed the forest. Then you engaged something and there was a lot of fire. And now here we are. It's not hard to track people with technology. They look at you as if to say, you have no idea what technology is. And they look across to one of the guards with them. If you would. And they step forward and they just give you a almost like pulley clamp that you put on. And you just hear through the helmet, just press go.
I hit the go button.
And you shoot up the rope. It goes taut, whereas it was slack when they came down it. It goes taut like a pole, and you shoot up the rope. And you board the helicopter. 200 bits! Alright, 200 bits. So, well done, man. So, Jesus. I need to get a massive poster. For those of you home, if you wish to donate 200 bits to the show, it will give the party a reroll, a team reroll that they can use on any of their rolls, any of their D20 rolls. They can't use it on my rolls, and they can only ever have 5 at one time. So thank you very much, Mel, for that.
Thank you, Mel.
I'm assuming Alex is taking note of that one reroll. Yeah. 1. So, you just see Jean shoot up.
I'll follow suit. If there's another rope or the rope comes back down.
As you walk across, you get handed another similar device that Jean was handed. It's no surprise to Alex, the devices you're using. So, there's Alex and Jake, who now have an opportunity to run away and find a new cyberpunk team.
Book it.
So you go up as well, Jake?
Yeah, I will go up. See how much we get told off.
Alex?
Yep.
Cool. As you all go up, you notice that the rope is in the underneath the helicopter. so it goes straight up. You are then like pulled aside, and you are sat in a very large, but very comfortable people carrier chopper. It is like the limousine of the sky. The guards come up first. There is a moment, and then Elizabeth arrives. The ropes are pulled in.
Via the rope or some other means?
They use the rope. They are not pulled to the side. They just superhero landing with butts backwards. I'm leaving it at that description. So so you're now all on the chopper. There is very comfortable seating around the edges. You can see there are almost rifle lock boxes all around the place, and there is in total about 10 guards on this, all in their full combat gear, rifles, pistols, everything, and they've got the crown symbol on their upper left over their heart on their armour. There is also somebody that stands out because they are not dressed like the rest of them, although they do hold the insignia of the crown on their kit. Dave, can you describe yourself, please?
I am dressed similar, but in lighter versions of what they're wearing. So whereas all the heavily armoured guys are obviously wearing massive, heavy armour, I'm really not. Still like 6 foot, but sort of almost like a black suit instead. Like a still suit from Doom.
Okay. Oh yeah. Good reference.
Thank you.
Can they see your face?
No, helmeted.
Cool. So of all the heavily armoured ones, there is a more slender one sat nearby, covered in different equipment. In fact, on their forearm, Jesus, what just happened there? On their forearm, they have a very similar but slightly better advanced piece of kit that looks similar to what Sparks used to have on his forearm.
Never forget.
Look, it's a better version of Sparks.
Who's that guy again? Oh, the body you dumped in my bar.
Yeah, Larry's like, I'm sure I know that guy. Elizabeth goes and pushes a button somewhere off to the side, and a couple of tables drop down. You feel that the chopper starts moving. You can hope it is towards wherever you wish to go, but it is now moving. Elizabeth starts making drinks. She's just
I'll look over Elizabeth. So, do you want some convoluted, made-up bullshit, or just the truth?
I want you to go to Mars and retrieve what we asked you to retrieve.
Okay. Well, we are still keen on doing that.
Oh, I'm very aware that you're doing that. Drink?
Yes, please.
Sure.
No, Jake needs one, and I just clear it.
Jake's like, can I have a pint? Can I have a...
Do you have any water?
We do. And Elizabeth will actually make the drinks that you require for you, or if you do not wish one, you don't get. And you all sit there with your lovely drinks. Elizabeth sits on a chair that is in amongst the comfy chairs, as if it's been isolated just for them to sit on. So, how are we all?
Mild radiation poisoning symptoms. A little bit tired. Somewhat hungry. Kind of pissed off.
I know the feeling.
This unit is running at a 98% efficiency rating. A 2% dropout is from paint scratches on the lower floor.
Is that when you tripped? Nobody shot Alex.
Nobody saw Alex.
You guys said you tracked us with heat signatures and drawn him by gunfire.
I did.
See
There
anyone?
are, once we're in that... Oh, sorry, go on, Rob.
Do you see anyone else out here? It just does.
There was a lot of heat signatures, and even those entities that were somehow very, very cold and almost hidden. But if you are referring to the one that returned to the city, there was another.
Any idea where he went?
District 5, I believe, is the closest from this side of the, well, on the north side of the city. Somebody of import?
The reason that we got brought out of the sky. I think he goes back with these guys. We've had prior run-ins.
Really? Please tell.
Are our electronics working at this point?
Nope. But you know
Yeah.
they are not working for technological reasons, not radiation reasons.
You'd have to ask these lot. I have no idea who the guy is. The 1 minute we're taking off, flying the plane, next minute a couple of jets, and this lunatic tries to shoot us out of the sky.
On the comms thing, you reckon they'd work in the helicopter, but you don't think they'd go any further. You've been on such vessels before. That last bit again, Larry. The lunatic shot you out of the sky.
Yeah, I said, yeah, I don't know much about him. These guys seem to go way back, but yeah, we were flying the jet quite happily until him and his couple of jets decided to shoot us out the sky.
Cool. You hear lots of like whirring and beeps and stuff as the chopper pilots are doing whatever they're doing. Oh wow, there's a lot. Sounds like R2-D2 having a wank. Jesus. Right, let's sort that out.
That's a visual no one needed. Now I can't not think about.
What do you think Kenny Baker did all day inside that thing?
Do you think it's white?
Why do you think BB-8 has a little arm with a lighter on the end of it?
Put under his balls. So,
any chance I can make a call?
there is a chance, yes.
Good. Because I guess I need to find a ship.
Hmm. Yes, you do. Is this
Cool.
what the call is for?
That's what I'm hoping. Because I figure asking you for another one probably isn't going to go well.
You are very perceptive, John. Pilot,
Clearly doesn't know him.
allow Jean's comms out, would you? You just hear a yes.
Or I will check my comms.
They are working.
500 emails? Jeez.
I'm going to call Bison.
Good, because 490 of them are from Bison.
Oh god, this is where I wish I'd read my notes beforehand. I am going to give my pal a call.
Pavan.
Devan, thank you. Yeah.
Pavan. Papa. Pavan.
Pavan, right, yeah. I'll give Pavan a call.
Cool. You do remember the last time you saw Pavan, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, go, just checking.
Continuity checks.
Just like. So, it rings for a short time. A little bit longer, you're almost ready to hang up. And then it answers. Hello?
Pavan?
Oh, John, is that you?
Yeah, it is. How are things?
Rough.
Yeah. Listen, I'm wondering, and I appreciate that, you know, obviously things haven't gone great for you in the past few days.
But can you get me a car?
But, I mean, that coffee was really nice. And, I really need a ship, man.
A ship?
Yeah. Something that
I'm
can get me off-world.
I don't. Let me find my notes. There we go.
And before you ask, and as I say this, I look around the room. Don't worry, I won't crash this one.
413X just looks deadpan as you.
You lot obviously don't hear this call, but why were you flying it in the first place? You're a terrible pilot, John.
Yeah, well, the people that hired me didn't know that, and I had to maintain illusions.
I'm surprised you didn't crash it coming out of the hangar. I love my job.
Funny story.
Oh, God.
But we'll save that for when I get to see you in person next.
So many things said that even in character with Jim.
Give me a persuasion check, mate. Fairly IDC after they got you killed. Oh, for God's sake, lad.
Oh, there's a nat one!
Oh, this is amazing. Can I use that reroll, please?
No!
What do you mean no?
I'm holding on to it. You're not allowed it until it's
It was my
crucial.
birthday last week.
Yeah, last week.
You can have the one from last week.
Oh, was that a free reroll from last week?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes, ma'am, I think he does.
23.
That's far better.
Yes.
Oh
God, I do need some new dice. These are really expensive ones though. It's going to pain me to part with them.
Can you get to Dubai?
Can I get to Dubai?
You see
I'll look at it.
one eyebrow raised from Elizabeth, whose eyebrows you've not seen move since you met them.
When I kind of say that out loud, I look at Elizabeth with that kind of questioning.
Give me
I get
another.
to Dubai?
Give me another persuasion check. This one's aimed at Elizabeth.
25.
Cool. You can fist bump all you want, mate.
That's a good roll.
It is a good roll.
One better.
How the fuck did I manage that? I pulled out 12 dice, none of them D20s. Which means it'll be really hard to roll. There we go. And of course I know you love it. A bardic inspiration dice.
Oh no.
There's only one number that will succeed against you.
And it's that one.
So,
It was close.
it fucking was. So I put in my head, nat 20 is a no. I rolled a 19.
Same as me.
They look at you. The eyebrow drops. You'll be flying economy.
I'm not going to put him in cargo.
I'll reply to Van.
Wrapped to the outside.
Yes,
Cellophane.
No more nails, and hope for the best.
we can get to Dubai.
I can probably arrange you a transport, but I don't think I can arrange your own ship.
That will do if they can bring us back as well.
I can't promise you'll have to do that bit yourselves and try and convince them otherwise. I could just get you out. I could get you off world. I just owed a few favours. I'm not the boss.
I know. Although we could probably talk about the photos sometime as well, Hannah.
Give me a persuasion check.
I was going to say, this is the bit where Jean basically just goes, oh, so you can get us back, thanks. And the rest of us here, oh, okay, that's alright.
24.
Give me an intimidation check, not persuasion.
Can I use the same dice or do you want me to re-roll it?
No, same dice is fine.
18.
Cool. I'll put in a good word. But again, I can't command the captain of the vessel to bring him back. But I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
I understand. Thanks, man.
Can't believe you pulled that one on me. Coffee was shit. So yeah, just as soon as you're here, we have them going out every quite often. So as soon as you're here, I can get you on the next one or two.
Brilliant.
Is it just you?
It'll be me and my crew.
I need a number. I need seats. Five. That's including you.
Oh wait.
Yes.
Okay. Chase obviously took the zip line as well. Look at that. God, fucking just cut him straight out. Fucking. Chase is just sat in a comfy seat. He has not let that LMG go.
I thought he handed it back.
Yeah, he handed back its Elizabeth.
yeah, he
at
did.
the end of the-
Yeah, he
handed it
did.
back,
Yeah, you might want this.
Just somehow, this was on your plane. I guess this makes up for it.
So, yeah, Pavan, we'll try and get you 5 seats on a transport off-world, but it will be a transport and not your own jet. And Elizabeth will arrange a flight for you to Dubai.
What's the plan? Like, what are you guys planning on doing now? Like, I came along with you guys to get off world and go make some decent money, and that seems to have gone to shit pretty quickly.
Cheers, Brian. I'll see you soon, and I'll hang up. I kind of turn to Larry and just say, I think the plan is we finish the job that we agreed to do. We get some money earned, and then we deal with other things when we get back.
So you're raging bloodlust for this bison guy you put on the sideline to get off world? No risk he's not going to come after us and shoot us out of the sky again? Take some money and some connections to be running around with 2 jets. He knew where you were, and he had enough firepower to bring down this jet.
They were incredibly old. They were, like, you all military type knew that the jets he used were ancient.
It's funny you mentioned that, Larry, because he did know exactly where to find us. That was very odd, wasn't it? I kind of glance over at Elizabeth as I say that. But I don't kind of hold her gaze for a moment. I kind of turn back. But there's many ways that could happen, you know.
I mean, you guys said you've had run-ins with him before. Like, has he found you before? Have you been looking for him? Like,
a good hacker probably could have traced our devices. I glanced curiously at the individual with the obvious hacking device on his arm.
You see nothing.
Yeah. Elizabeth, we'll see you take her gaze and then look back. It's a shame Niall's not here for this. So you spent time with Bison, yes?
We know him.
Did any of you spend personal time whilst with Bison?
No, it wasn't with Bison. Those other people, I think. No?
This unit did not spend any personal time with Bison. Or really any time with Bison. In fact, it was down to about 3.5 microseconds.
I look over at Chase and go, there was definitely some personal time spent with one of Bison's employees by one of us.
Chase is like, damn right, and puts his hand out for a high five.
It gets a fist bump back.
Well, everyone just attacks Chase. There's
I'll leave him hanging.
Well, he's saved
actually,
by him.
there is one thing. I take out the magnification module and hand it over. Can you check if there's any tracking on this?
We can. And they pass the helmet to the slender, skinny-suited guard with them. Dave, you have a very, very nice custom-designed headset that you can immediately see has that sort of, I don't know the actual terminology, but it comes in on itself and then will expand as it comes in and out. You can see that it is. Yeah. You can see that it is all the words above, and it is custom made. You've never seen one on the shop or even worked with one, but you are pretty sure that you could have a check and see if you could fix it. Whilst you're there, Chase is like, but why? Who cares? At which point Elizabeth will say, did any of you check for tracking bugs?
That's why I just handed the helmet, because I got that from him.
No, we didn't. We lost the member of our party who had those skills, unfortunately, due to Bison's actions against one of our employers in the city before we met you.
Well, your large friend here set off the scanner when he came onto the chopper.
Cool. Is she pointing at?
Pointing at Chase.
Pointing at Chase.
Yeah, pointing at Chase.
Right.
I'd check yourself if I was you. Chase starts checking himself. Whilst he's checking himself, and he's just like pulling his jacket, and he's looking under his grenades, and his combat knife he had in his boot. Dave or Philip, can you give me a bam bam bam? What's your highest? How high's your engineering?
Tech skill or
Engineering.
skill? 20.
20. How high is your engineering skill?
Yes, it is.
Plus what?
Plus 5.
Oh, plus 4. So technology skill or engineering skill?
Engineering for the 8.
Okay, plus 2.
Right. Roll me an engineering roll.
8.
You were determined not to roll engineering.
Yeah.
So you reckon it can be fixed, but you don't think you can fix it?
I just throw it back at him.
Did he say anything?
I just look at it, shake my head, throw it back at him.
Cool. Has everyone seen G.I. Joe?
Yeah.
Was he the ninja? I never remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray Park played him in the movie.
I'm not shocked.
Who?
Darth Maul.
Phantom.
Right.
Yeah. And Toad out of X-Men.
Yeah. And
So
all-round
what?
Good bloke.
So whilst Phil is sort of having a look at that, Chase finds a small metallic device in his, not his jacket, but his t-shirt, and it's just pinned round the back. You know about this? Elizabeth says nothing.
I'll just get up, walk over, and take it off him. May I? I'll take it off him.
Yep.
I'll just look at it, and then drop it on the floor, and smash it with the boot mail. Or try.
Give me an attack roll.
His thoughts with the plane and he just goes for a nosedive. Crashes the second jet.
You're fine. You managed to stamp on it. Because
Does
if
it
you
look like it's broken?
oh yeah, it's absolutely obliterated.
Nice.
You get the feeling it was more sentimental than practical as you entered a chopper that cut off all comms.
Yeah.
So
That felt strangely cathartic.
let me get this right. So you guys take this job to go to Mars to do God only knows what for the Sons of Chaos, who are now, as far as we know, all dead. We get shot out of the sky, spend 3 days in a pissing jungle to what? Jump on the next flight out?
Might as well finish the job.
Unit known as Larry is accurate in his statement.
No, he's not. The job to Mars isn't for the Sons of Chaos.
And what, we're just gonna assume this lunatic isn't gonna come after us again?
Have you ever thought about killing
probably
the
will.
lunatic?
We would very much like to see the lunatic dead.
Where's your priorities at the moment? Making sure he doesn't come after you first, or doing the job?
I look at Elizabeth. That will all depend on our employer's ability to remain flexible in the timeliness of us completing the job required of us.
You're already running late.
And we maybe have a little time to take care of things. But I will leave that up to you, and I'll look over at 413X.
If this guy's responsible for the sun's all been wiped out, what was it, just a slaughter out there? You say someone turned on him? Is that not worth putting to bed first? Meaning we've got no surprises. With the sounds of things, if we piss off to Mars and work for these guys, the time we get back, God knows what District 5 is going to look like. He could have gone to ground, he could have rearmed, recovered.
I could have already done all those things.
He was a weapons merchant. He's got the access.
It's still going to be, if there's a big battle or a big turf war happening in District 5, they're going to have taken losses on both sides, surely. They're not going to be operating as strong as they could. Resources are going to be lower.
You're likely to know more about that than us, Larry.
I know what Sons used to have, I know what resources they once had, not necessarily what they did. You guys were there at the battle, you guys saw how bad it was.
Only one of us was at the...
That was one bar. That's not the entire Sons of Chaos operation, that was one bar.
No, it's a big portion of it.
Maybe. Through this entire thing, my helmet's just been going from John to Larry, from John to Larry, backwards and forwards.
What would I know, Mr. DM, based on when I was in Sons of Chaos, what sort of, outside of that bar, what are the strongholds or how much manpower do they have in comparison to other gangs in the area?
In comparison to other gangs, 2 seconds. Bam, 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 bam. I just had them off again. The Sons of Chaos. There we go. So the Sons of Chaos stretch as far as District 3. So they have reach. They are just. As for District 5, is pretty much survival of the fittest. So a few of the areas, bars, whatever they use as HQs in District 5, are probably more almost like gang barrack-esque, where they just have the grunts of the gang, and then dealing with all the arms tracking, drugs, extortion, gambling, loan sharking, prostitution, money laundering, etc. Yeah. So they have a fair amount. So that one bar probably would have hit them hard with a few of the good uns, but there will be other bars in District 5 as well as their presence in 3 and 4.
I mean, if you guys are happy going off world, this problem's not going to go away. If you plan on coming back, this guy clearly wants you dead. Since I've been with you, he's already gunned down a load of gang members. He's got the firepower. He's tracked you. He's recruited jets. He's shot you out of the sky. He's made his way through that forest without getting himself killed. Regardless of whether you deal with it now or later, when you come back, he's still going to be here. He's still going to be waiting for you.
Like I said, it's not at this point. It isn't my call, and I look again at 413X. Pointedly.
You can be looking over your over your shoulder until you deal with this.
I turn to Elizabeth and go, Mom, it makes sense if we let this lot deal with this issue before sending them off world again, just in case they decide to shoot down another jet.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Just because I lost track, was it Elizabeth asking us which one we're doing first, or was that just us?
No, that was just
It's
you.
just us that's asking it.
Just
John
making sure
has
we're all-
decided to put all of the onus on 413X, who has not made one peep so far. Larry's
so
arguing
right,
that we should go and kill someone before we leave.
As Philip suggested, it makes sense to go kill Bison first before doing this job. Elizabeth, here's the words of the skinny guard next to them. As I said before, we're already running late.
Just do this and sit back.
Is your mission on Mars time sensitive? Is there going to be any? Just
The
something you need
fact
to
that
do
I use the word late should tell you it is time sensitive.
Fair enough.
Yes, Mom.
So let's
Say it
do
out
this.
loud.
So I look over at 413X. You have footage of what happened at the bar, right?
Yes.
Of the betrayal.
Yes.
Then we get back to District 5, or we get back to San Francisco. We transmit that information to the Sons of Chaos, and then we head to Dubai.
What about the other gangs? Was anyone else involved other than the babies?
Yeah.
Was it just Sons of the babies?
Sorry? No, it wasn't. They were working with the
Triads.
Triads.
16k triads.
I mean, 16k Triads have had it out for the Sons for years.
Their arch nemesis.
Yeah.
Bison's able to give them the edge that they've been looking for. Makes sense. They
Larry,
take
you
that.
are aware that the triads' reach is through all 5 districts.
Yeah, they're the bigger gang, aren't they? They've got more corporate influence as well. How long do you reckon we're going to be off world heading to Mars?
Couple of days there, couple of days back, assuming we can get back.
I mean, I don't have to follow what you guys want to do. Just know this: the longer you stay away from there, the more things are going to shift within District 3 and 4. Sorry, 5 and 4, maybe even 3. The Triads are going to look at doubling down on anything. They've got the advantage.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not sure.
If you've been marked against them,
I'm not sure our colleague Elizabeth here gives a shit.
might
You
give
are
a shit
correct.
when we land back as marked men, and every district we try and walk through, we've got a target on his heads.
I
Not
don't
just good
care.
to any.
So before we go, we transmit the data to the Sons of Chaos. We kick up the storm. They will go after Bison and the Triads. And
They're
then we come
outgunned.
back, and we've still got friends.
For outgunned, though, you're sending them to their death.
They're not stupid.
So they're not going to go after Bison and his friends because they're outgunned.
No, they'll do it the right way. They're not just going to go to open war. They'll niggle at him. They'll
The
keep him busy.
Sons of Chaos.
There's some impulsive guys in that. They're,
They hired some
Just be-
impulsive mercs, you know?
there's been some shoot first, ask questions later incidents with them in the past. If they
Yeah, I
if they
get that.
find out they've been betrayed, they're going to go absolutely hell for leather. Forever's responsible. Consequences be damned.
Well, I don't really see how that particularly puts us in a bad place.
You guys are marked. You guys have. It's no secret you've been working for the Suns. It's no secret this Bison guy's
But
marked you.
that doesn't change if the Sons of Chaos go apeshit while we're off planet.
They go
come
ape shit and
back.
get themselves wiped out. You come back. You've got no friends in District 5 and 4. You're not going to be able to operate. You're
If
not
we
gonna-
come back successfully from this mission, we'll have friends that right now we don't have.
sure they're going to be friends rather than just employers. These guys, in all respect to you, fine people, seems like they just want you to do a job. They're not bothered about much doing long term.
I glance over at Elizabeth, and with a smile I say, it's 2185, friends and employers are the same thing.
Not an emotion on their face.
I just shake my head.
As a bounty hunter, I shake my head very hard.
Chase, also as a bounty hunter, shakes his head very hard.
Okay, employers that are happy with us is better than no friends and no employers. So we should at least finish this one job, because they might give us more jobs to build up a new reputation if we need it with new companies, or with them if nothing else. So we should at least try and finish one job for someone in this city. On that note, I turn to Elizabeth. In the interest of making sure we're not tracked again, is there anyone with hacking skills you could send with us potentially? In the interest of completing the job easier and quicker, ideally.
No.
Okay, I tried.
So, tech resources and tech skills is something we sorely lack.
You give me one of
What?
yours, you can have one of mine.
You can have Chase. He's tired.
Can have Jake.
Okay, hi.
I mean,
Sure, you can have Alex. He's tired of the party.
at least build into it. You know what I mean, Jake? You know what I mean? And we're done with him. We're out the forest. We don't need a big one anymore.
Look, tell you what.
Wasn't
Why
Chase
don't
going
we?
after
Tell you what.
Chase?
Why don't Chase? Why doesn't Chase help us in District 5 while we're gone, Elizabeth can keep an eye on him.
Send Chase with the data, see if you can round up any
Yeah,
of the Sons of Chaos strongholds and let them know what happened.
Exactly.
As long as I get paid and laid, I'm happy.
This unit would like to point out that you getting laid was what got us into the problem in the first place.
Story of our...
Actually, it was me getting bugged that got us into the problem in the first place. The laying had nothing to do with it.
The laying had everything to do with it.
I disagree.
You can disagree. You are more than able to disagree. However, you are incorrect.
As are you.
Solid argument, chaps. Why don't you just like put a cable between you?
Why?
Never mind.
This unit does not have an understanding of why laying cable between the two of us would be useful.
Plenty of cables on the chopper. Chase is now looking at John.
Sometimes, maybe, Jean, it's best if the cable were to be stuck into your mouth and you bit hard rather than opened it.
See, Alex is wise.
Well, I'm glad you two are on the same page again.
I can't read.
This unit was never not on the same page.
So, what does 413X? What would 413X like to do?
413X would like to get all of the current missions on the to-do list completed.
Do you have a particular order preference?
I believe in preference of the most seniority, and 413X will look sideways at the Elizabeths and then look back. First of all, Mars, followed by distributing the information that they give us to the Suns, followed then by whatever else that you need to do, if this unit is still willing to run with you.
I'm just nodding along with everything Alex is saying. Sorry, 413X is saying.
Can you give the data to Chase then, so that he can do some groundwork for us?
This unit can do that. It would probably also be useful, since the unit known as Chase can also mimic himself to look like the other being, a synth that looks like him.
How many of those were left? I feel like that's gonna come back at some point. Might us. 7, didn't they?
There was 7. You killed a few. You'll have to go back through your notes.
There are less of them now.
There are less of them.
They're no longer the Great 7.
There's at least 2 of them that are dead.
So Chase is still working for you guys?
Sorry, who's asking that?
Me. As an AD, the DM.
We'll have him. Yeah, I mean, yes, that's the idea. But you know, in the interests of
Elizabeth, listening to your conversation, will go, "You give me one of yours, I give you one of mine."
Yeah, we can't have Chase doing stuff like that for us while we leave him with Elizabeth.
Chase, it's your call.
He just looks at Elizabeth. Paid and laid. She just stares back. Yeah, I'll do it.
There'll be less laying in space, to be fair, probably.
He has a moment where he drifts off. Philip, you will work with this lovely organisation for now. Chase, was it? You are now.
We're literally just selling Chase to Elizabeth. This point.
I'm seeing it more as a deposit. Like, we get him back if we bring back the hacker.
Last time we took a
I think
deposit.
it's store credit.
Yeah.
It's not so much a deposit, it's definitely store credit.
Voucher.
Did you all take note that Ruffworx donated 200 bits for a reroll?
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Ruffworx.
So, are we at 2?
You are now at 2.
I can find my fingers.
You are now at 1 because Jean used the other.
No, you gave him that one from last week.
We didn't play last week.
Oh, it's your words, not mine, big man.
Alright, cool. You've lost 1 tonight.
John, stop rolling dice.
So you've got 2 rerolls. We'll go with 2. James is going to use logic. bloody synths.
I'll only roll back the tape later and check it if you want.
Sorry, we've got Dave for that now. So I'll look up and go. Then I guess I guess we can follow advice of that old famous early century politician and get that ass to Mars.
Still on?
Van
yeah,
Damme.
quite. I know, I said that. I know. Jesus, I hate everyone. So I've just sent you all a refund to your bits. You've got no re-rolls. So, Chase is going to stay with Elizabeth. They signal towards Philip to join you. And you're going to get your ass to Mars.
Are we going right away, or do we have time in town to run?
No, we're going right away. No more faffing around. No shopping trips. No going to see Bison. No going to District 3 and having a binger. No nothing. We're just going to Mars, all right? It's been almost over a month. Just get on the plane.
As at this point, you all realise, some point during the last 20 seconds, Alex has managed to stand up and is now holding the LMG that he doesn't remember picking up.
And I can use it.
So you will have time. We shall fly you back to San Francisco, and your flight will be arranged for the morrow.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth.
There is no need for thanks.
Feels like deja vu, setting off, getting ready for a trip to Mars tomorrow, doesn't it?
Yep.
Well, it's only to Dubai tomorrow. We've got to make it there first.
It's when you see Bison fly past the jet and you're like, right, word with pilot, it's him.
Just push John out of the chair. Nope.
we're over Zimbabwe somewhere. Just crash it into Africa and take out Bison. Jesus. So, none of the guards speak. Elizabeth does not speak unless spoken to, and you feel she does not care to say any words to yourselves other than she's got what she needs. A couple of hours pass, and you feel that the chopper begins to land. You exit, and you are at the hangar that you were at when you first displayed your pilot skills. There is a yeah, that they've left there and circled it with. Jean did this. Jean was here, 2185. There is a limousine waiting for you, and it will take you to a on-site hotel of sorts. It remains on the airbase, and there is a hotel for folks. It is very well built, well made, well decorated, well technologically gifted for all your lovely leisures, but it looks simple. There's no extravagance to it. It does its job. Let's get rid of R2D2, who's doing me anything. There we go. You are given rooms. I'm going to keep going until one of you says, we want a side quest. You are given rooms. You take your rooms. Sorry, I should have said until Jean says, I want a side quest. We're chasing here now.
No point have I ever said I want one.
So
you're just doing one.
You get your rooms. They're very nice. You all sleep well. You all receive a long rest during the night.
Sorry, mate.
All comms are working.
Cool. I'll do like that general.
Am I getting an emoji?
Gaffer tape.
Am I getting an emoji?
Right. I'll just check whether or not I've got any messages. And that kind of stuff, and catch up on things, and make sure my money's still in my bank account, stuff like that.
Yeah, your fantasy football league's going well.
That's the only thing. Your money is still in its bank account. You do not have any messages, albeit you do have an email.
Ooh.
Give me a moment to flick to my notes.
Look at James. James is like, oh no, it's going to be a side quest in an email.
Race has already said, get him. Take his phone off him, smash it into a million pieces.
It's an email from Alex just saying no.
No.
Jean, you speak, is it Japanese?
Yes.
Because the email is in Japanese.
Japanese and Mandarin.
Yeah, so in Japanese, it says, "Hi Jean, long time, can't wait to see you again, kiss."
Okay. Who's
You-
it from?
Anonymous.
Yes.
It's X. It's one of the first synths ever made.
Does it have any suspicious looking attachments or a link?
There are no attachments, but there is a link.
This
What
is your
is-
great uncle from Zimbabwe. I wish to deposit 200 wonlongs to you.
I will. And it's from an anonymous email address, but does it actually have an email address that you could reply to the message on?
No, this has come one way.
Okay.
There is a link. Do you click the link?
What does the link say before I click on it?
It says Sans and Sun.
Bit.ly.
Yeah.
Sans and Sun.
Yeah, as in the sun in the sky, not SON.
I would just like to point out, Nate, in your real world job, you work as an IT director, and you are about to open spam mail.
Fishy,
and click
baby.
The link.
Fishy! You put
In
your,
the future.
you get your fishing
Just
rod
saying,
out.
if you do this, I am sending some emails to Deloitte because I'm starting to worry about their IT director.
I'm not the IT director of Deloitte. I'm a management consultant that advises other companies how to do IT properly.
Oh my god, it's even worse.
So get your fishing rod out and press the link.
I'm not going to click the link. I am going to Google Sans and Sun.
Oh mate, tons and tons of images of sand dunes, beaches, the sun.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing's pulling up as company or anyone else tagged it on anything, books or anything. Even
Is it
still
like
on books.
is the underpinning link to the URL on like a legitimate, like a standard domain address, or is it on a
Standard.
All right. I
don't know how much this is of Nate or John trying to he's like, fuck John, I've got this. This is my class.
I will file that email into my red items.
Cool.
I will just make a rudiment. I'll make using
In the
my
modern
own
sci-fi RPG, we spend 20 minutes RPGing an email inbox.
Spam folder, I'll have you know.
Fine. I will get out my hacking device, and I am going to.
All right, steady on, Sparks.
Bit of a play around to see whether or not I can. And basically,
So you're gonna
a
reverse.
bit of a check around on the email to see if I can find out more about where it came from and more about that URL.
Cool, give me a hacking roll.
Do I get a bonus at all for the hacking device?
You get to
Never
add your
actually used it.
proficiency.
Right. Okay. Cool. So that's really good. Well, it's not really good. It's better. 19. Sorry.
19. So was that?
Two. It's still got 2 rerolls. It's a 19. It's fine.
So you have a play around. You're just not. It's just not your true calling. I mean, it was a good effort, and you got through a few of the HTTP, but you're fine.
Okay. I'll leave it at that, and I will get some sleep.
Cool. Anyone else? Meditated through the
how
night.
How late did we get there?
It's like
and how early are we
2
flying off?
2 or 3 in the morning, and all they told you was your flight's tomorrow.
They didn't say tomorrow morning.
Nope. So expect them to just arrive, take you on demand.
But you've also slept rough 2 nights.
Okay.
And been in a plane crash and not had a shower.
Shower part's easy, but I needed to do some repairs and potentially replace a gun.
Okay.
I literally have a shopping list of stuff, Alex. It wasn't a case of I'm gonna go off and try and do a quest for a new weapon. It was literally just that. But
there's no like local gun shop on the airbase.
Clubbing quick.
This is why I was asking for going into town earlier.
There's no stopping you going into town.
It might not be when you get back.
Everyone's in their room. If you want to go into town at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, perfect time for black market.
Very true.
I'll see how the morning goes, I guess.
So you're getting your head down. I'm not even going to ask Alex because they're out cold. They're in full meditation. Like, get me. Philip.
I'm going to bed.
Go. Larry.
Yeah.
It's the kind of guy I like.
Shower, bed. Fucking what a day.
The morning arrives. No, it's not very sunny. It's 21.85 in Cyberpunk, for crying out loud. But you are on an airbase, owned, or it seems owned, or at least controlled by the Crown Estate, a mega corporation from Britain, in the city of San Francisco. There is no one that comes and gets you regarding wake-up calls or get up now, you've got to move now. But you all have room service awaiting you, breakfast, and on each tray there is a small, like almost business card, and next to it the digital plane ticket. And on it you must be flying at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'll grab a shower and eat my breakfast.
Cool.
Yeah, do the usual morning stuff. How far away were we from the actual airbase where the ship was?
The hangar where the Starjet was, couple 100 feet.
Cool. I'm gonna walk over to that after breakfast. Which is it now? Or...
Fond memories of when we had that really expensive jet.
Memories are on the wall where the little bit of paint. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk over to that and then gonna see if there's any kind of like engineers around. Someone must be maintaining the equipment.
Yeah, there's loads of folks doing their bit.
Okay, I'll just ask someone for. Cool. Hey, I need some repairs done and some equipment for a mission, for a job, for you guys. So you point me the way or something?
She turns around. Her hair's up in a bun, glasses are on, and she's covered. You can see that there is elements of like grease and stuff on her face. The overalls she's wearing are pretty, almost non-stick. They look quite clean compared to her. And it's not really the sort of job that you do in this area where you are right now, that you'd be like engines and grease and cogs on you. But she does look like she's got her hands dirty. What are you after again?
I want to fix my damn helmet.
You want to fix your helmet? What's up with your helmet?
Does it look like a helmet right now? I just kind of try and press some buttons and nothing happens, just stays there.
There's no need to be like that, is there? Give it here.
There you go. Sorry, I'm cranky. It's been a long week.
Want to get some sleep?
I did.
Oh, I'm sure. Alright, she walks off. She just takes your large headphones with her and she puts them on a workbench. So what happened to them? As she starts tinkering with them.
We had a lovely pilot do a lovely landing, and I'm sure you can tell by my tone of voice how well that went.
You need to get a new pilot. We had a pilot in here a couple of days ago, crashed into hangar on way out.
The meme will never die.
Oh, is that what that little spot over there is from? And I just kind of pointed where the bit with John is.
Yeah, that didn't there, yeah.
Wow, he couldn't even get out of a hangar. Jeez.
I know. I don't know why they put him in the jet, to be honest. But it's not my choice. I just fix the stuff they break. I've no doubt it'll come back with bloody dents all over it.
Struggled. Okay, straight face. We can keep a straight face.
There's a lot of whistling going on.
As bad as it is, I'm sure you can fix it. If a place like this must be very picky about who they keep.
That's very true. Won't be bollocks off to get here. So she starts tinkering away, and she manages to. You see the left-hand earpiece sort of slip, and then when you put it back in, and it does that little.
So it just kind of starts and goes back.
And it looks as it did when you first got it made and stuff. And the other one, she's kind of pissing about with it. She's like, I can't quite get the knack of this one. Give me a sec. I lied. And she starts tweaking away. Tell me about half an hour, maybe an hour. I could probably have the full thing working again for you.
What time is it now again? Like 9, 10?
It's like 8 o'clock in the morning.
8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that's fine. That'd be great even.
Cool.
It's kind of personal thing, so I'm really help.
I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, you got telescopic on here. Like, where'd you get it from? You make it yourself?
It was from I guess someone I worked with for a long time. He had a similar one modeled after his.
Oh, it's nice. It's nice. Well.
All right. Well, thanks for that. I will. I will do things. So no, never mind. No, this okay. Thanks. I blabber some random stuff because I'm still half awake, half asleep, and I walk away.
So she just turns and starts going back. You see little sparks pulling off, and as she's going at your headset. Anyone else?
No.
I'm just doing laps of the airfield.
Captain America.
On the left.
Yeah, you do notice that the one called Philip that has been what's the word? Exchange studented with yourself and to you lot is just running laps of the airfield. When you just look out the window and you're like, is that? And it is. And
he's never gonna fit in.
I'll go and wait in the hotel lobby, and I'll keep having them bring me coffee and sit relaxing, watching out the front door.
You're just running up their expenses, Bill.
I'll come and stand next to Sean and watch him do laps as well, just not doing anything, just watching him.
New guy looks fit.
Yeah. Bit keen, isn't he?
If Sparks had been able to run like that, he might have got away.
Already got to the baddie faster.
What you tell me, that kid was more about computers than running.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems keen. I'll give him that.
Quiet chap. Has he still got his helmet on as well while he's running?
No.
What do you look like?
Sort of in PT kit.
Okay.
So what do you look like? Bald head, ginger beard.
Yeah. Ginger beards.
I feel like with every new person who joins this game, we're all forming to the same person slowly.
It's just Jake and John to go.
Yeah.
Just me.
Nope.
We've got a very demographic, haven't we, going on?
Yeah.
So you see a 6 foot, very fit, athletic person with a smooth head and a beard of fire.
You'll see occasional scars down his arms.
Scales or skulls?
Scars.
Scars.
Sorry.
Other than that, just sweating profusely.
Did we actually see you without the helmet on earlier?
No.
So we don't know that's Philip.
It's just some random Kino.
Some person in the lobby goes, "Oh, Philip's running again."
Does he still have the device on it? Does he still have the device on his arm?
No.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, you are pointed out that it is Philip through conversation, overhearing, eavesdropping, etc. Jake.
I'll just turn around to the receptionist and go, do you have any Jamaican Blue Mountain?
They look at you. No.
I'll just look at him as well and be like, the fuck?
Do you?
No.
And the receptionist carries on doing his thing.
And watch Philip do his PT and reminisce about the good old military days and go like, fuck, I'm not doing that anymore.
This unit believes that our combat effectiveness rating has gone up by 37.55%.
Where the fuck did you come from?
Philip.
Am I in the lobby at
How
this
long have
moment?
you
then?
been stood there? Fuck.
This unit has been stood there for approximately 3 minutes and 51, 52, 53.
God damn it.
The
Too early
time,
for this shit.
the time at the beep. Jake, you are. It's up to you if you are about to enter the lobby or you're going elsewhere.
Would I have walked by where he's running laps on the way back to the lobby?
Yep.
I'm basically trying to navigate to me joining him, but I don't want to just say I'm joining. I want to check like where I am currently.
You could quite easily just hit the track next to him as you're
Yeah,
coming
just
by,
hit the track.
and you start running
better work
alongside. Right,
Yeah,
cool.
well, I'll try to keep up.
Cool. What are both your movements?
35.
Cool. Philip, do you have any leg augments?
No.
Do you, Jake?
Nope, I haven't none at all.
Cool. What's your constitution modifier?
+3,
What's
Plus
yours?
2.
Cool. What's your athletics modifier?
+1.
Nothing.
Cool. Jake shouts on the left. As you see Philip like hauling ass around the thingy, and then you see Jake just sort of walking along, and a bit of a double take, you know. He's like, "Oh, fizz!" Goes over to the track, and Jake just sets off, catches Philip, and then boots past him. Jake's
I'll
in
do
full
one more
kit,
lap.
he's got swords and everything. Philip's in a bastard vest and cycling shorts, do you know what I mean? Jake's carrying armour.
I'm going to take a seat outside just with some sort of sign and just watch this unfold.
So while you're eating
Oh.
your jam and toast,
I can live with that.
Overshot a little bit there.
unless you've got anything else you wish to do.
I'll just with these others sort of around me. I'll just go. Anyone else getting emails while
I
we're
haven't
away?
checked.
I'll check my emails in about a month. Fuck knows.
Jake and Philip are not back yet.
Okay, that's fair.
You're lapping
Cool
an airfield,
checks.
mate.
You getting emails?
This unit did not look at its emails. This unit showered and went immediately to rest mode.
Ah, fair enough.
Would you like me to check if I have any emails?
Yeah, just curious. Got a very strange message. It was quite a personal message, but it was from an unknown email address, so I couldn't reply, and it had a linking to somewhere I've never heard of.
Cybermaster, do I have any emails?
You do not.
This unit can confirm it has 0 emails and has been so for 478 days, including spam folder.
Cool.
The efficiency of whitelisting and blacklisting has not been lost on this unit.
So
All
no.
right, Paddy.
Anyone else?
Nah, all good.
Cool. So time will pass. Jake and Philip come back into the lobby. Piss wet through.
One of us is.
Mate, Jake's hauling ass in armour and guns and shit, mate. He's piss wet through. To be fair, Jake. To be fair, Jake, did you blast him off or did you run with him?
No, I ran with him. That was the whole idea was kind of do with him, just kind of build some
Male
our
bonding
builds.
moment.
There we go.
So
Start some bonding going.
Jake catches up to you, Philip, but doesn't actually take off into the sunset, and is running alongside of you. Do you converse?
I'm sort
No,
of
just
look
quiet
at him
bonding.
and
Just
Quietly
alpha
together.
alpha dog to alpha dog. Big nod, big nod. Anyway, you two return to the lobby, equally sweaty. You're in the lobby.
I'm gonna go head back to the room and have a quick shower.
You go back to the
Same.
room. You have a quick shower. Philip, you go back to the room. Have a quick shower. You three are in the lobby. Gets to about 12 o'clock.
Oh.
A limousine pulls up.
Oh bother.
Well, a limousine pulls up and says to you, and a runner comes in. You have a car, and just aims it at Alex. The comment.
Are we all there now?
Yeah, you'll have come down. You've had your shower. You've had your run. This is all a very thingy. You will have had time to go back for your helmet.
That's what I was gonna say. Do I need to run over and pick it up, or do we
Yeah.
good?
No, you can after your shower, you'd have gone over, got your helmet. She's very impressed with the construction of it, and informs you that she has taken down the design.
Not too fussed anyway, because as long as I have it, I'm happy.
Cool.
What do I do for the work? Or should I just bring something back as a thank you?
Why were you going?
We're going abroad for a bit, running a job.
Yeah, bring us back something.
I'll bring you back a souvenir. Or some food treats, whichever. Both. You did me a good solid. I'll bring you both.
Fridge magnet.
A cyberpunk fridge magnet.
Yeah.
I went to Mars and all I got was this lousy fridge magnet.
From Dubai.
It's like a mini hologram in front of it, just flashes the words.
I was just sitting there thinking, I think I've got a fridge magnet from Dubai, but I don't. But I do have one from Abu Dhabi.
I thought you were going to say you've got one from Mars, so I was going to go, whoa!
I can't remember where. I have a few, but I can't remember where they're from. Anyway. But yeah, okay, that's that. I head back and I guess limousine time.
Cool, so all that happens, you stretch off, you've had a rest, you've all had showers, you are fresh from your time out in the forest. You are awaiting your flight to Dubai.
I'm just going to sort of say hello to Philip. So, Philip, you're a hacker?
Yeah.
Could you maybe look at an email for me?
Not that type of hacker, but I can if you really want me to. I hold my hand out for his device.
I'll hand my device over, logged in, so that you can look at my email.
Cool. You doing anything else with the device, Philip?
Yeah, I'm opening the link.
So cool. Okay.
He did say he's not that type of hacker.
That is fucking brilliant. Well, you catch a £30 bass, mate. You know what I mean? So you check out, you open the thingy. Yeah, love, yeah, kiss, yeah, link, sands and sun. Bing. He hands you it back. I've just blanked your device. But there is a picture on it.
I just turn around and walk off towards the limo.
You just hand me it back. What's the picture?
It's a small cherry. You got a dead device in your hand, John.
No, we get
Just
better
shout
from
over my shoulder, you're welcome. Carry.
Someone's getting binned out into cyberspace. Also known as space.
Hackers don't have a good shelf life in this campaign.
I will put the device in my pocket.
Cool. Oh, I didn't think that'd work, but I'm taking that as You know, there's a DM. Every now and then you just throw a Hail Mary and just hit an hope.
Sometimes they pay off.
While I'm in the car,
Yep.
I'm going to try and hack into the device to reset.
Okay.
Without a device to hack.
Yeah, wasn't that your hacking?
That was affecting my phone.
So,
That was my personal computer, not my hacking.
whilst
Oh,
you're in the car and attempting to hack, obviously it will be slightly harder due to things happening. We're going to call a break. It's 9:30, which is when we normally have our breaks. So, those of you that are watching, thank you very much. We're just going to have a quick 10-15 minutes max break while we go for a bio break and grab a brew, and we shall return. However, please note that when you see the break be back soon overlay, there is a picture of the 48-hour gaming challenge, gameathon, etc. that we're doing at the end of August. So check it out, go to the links, follow the social media, and you get to nosy about all of that stuff there. And we'll see if this lot survive a trip to the airport. Right.
Odds are not looking good.
Bro breaks the go-go. Oh. Ah. You're muted, so we'll go back to. Hi, folks.
Hello.
We are back. I've had music playing all this time. I don't know if you lot can hear it at home. I know the players can't, but if you did hear it, or couldn't hear it too quite, etc., please let me know. How am I going to do this? 2 seconds. Yeah, we'll have a look at that. Right, cool. I can hear it well. Lovely. So, just before the break, you, without any fuss whatsoever, was taken up in the helicopter belonging to the Crown Estate Mega Corporation from Britain in San Francisco. You were taken to the airfield, airbase, where you first borrowed their space jet, and were put up in a hotel in preparation, had a bit of a rest, a shower, a bit of exercise in the morning, and then lovely Jake got his custom headset fixed. You got in a limousine and you're now heading to one of San Francisco's airports. It is in District 3 to fly to Dubai, which will take a while. On the way there, Jean, you wanted to try and hack your dead device?
Yeah.
Cool. Give me a hacking roll. At disadvantage. Due to your failed attempt earlier and Philip's aid. You know the help action? He's done the opposite of that.
Unhelp.
Yeah.
And yet I'm still using his dice roller.
Let's get him binned after this.
Set on fire in the garden.
Yeah, that's a good roll.
Should have taken the Imperial one, mate.
Oh. So what?
9.
Still a cherry on the screen.
Cool. I'll send Cherry a text message.
Via
Before he
your...
does that,
Via
can I
your...
grab it out of his hands and try and hack it?
Via my heads up one.
Via your headset comms, yeah? Via your... Yeah. So... You see him trying to hack the device. He puts it down on the side, shakes his head, and then focuses on using his internal comms to send a text message. Philip, you pick it up and go, it's a brick. It's probably why Jean couldn't hack it after you dealt with it. I mean, you can attempt to roll if you wish, against your own better judgment, but just to look, apologetic to Sean. What's that on an iPhone 38? That's freaking. So, you are fully aware that the house brick with the cherry on it is exactly that. Jean, what you texting to Sherry?
Hey C, got your email. Thanks. Let's hook up next time in San Francisco.
What?
Just launched the
What's
mail
up,
app.
Siri?
Hey C, that's brilliant. Hey C, I'll do. Siri here.
Wow. Yeah, hey Siri, got your email. Thanks very much. Jesus, it's done it again.
Alexa, play.
We should hook up soon.
Yeah, let's hook up next time in San Francisco. It would be great to see you again. Kiss, kiss. Jay.
By the way, I've written all that down.
Cool. Good, because I haven't.
John,
You're
how to make friends and influence people, or enemies.
There is a response. Kiss,
Oh, cool.
cherry, kiss.
I send a smiley face back.
And nothing.
Would you like to put a cable between the two of you?
Cheers.
That's 2 rolls we've got left, by the way. 2 rolls.
Right, so you sent your text. The limo arrives at the airport. The driver gets out, opens the door for yourselves. You all have your tickets.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. I'm just checking. You know what I mean?
I liked how everyone was stunned silence.
I was like, well, they weren't expecting that. Dave was like, yeah. Alex is like, yeah. Don't listen to these three. So you, and it is an airport. It is busy. There are people coming in and out. It is an absolute cluster of a crowd. And yeah, so you are on 14B, as in the terminal.
Okay.
You bet your way there. It's just heaving. It's absolute, like, busier than. It's probably not the most common place you go, airports, for your jobs. Normally when you're flying elsewhere, especially in your experiences, you've got more personal or private methods. But it is heaving. You go through customs. At the gate, you are stopped. Who goes first?
I'll go first.
Cool.
I'll follow Jean.
You step through. Excuse me, sir. Can you put all weaponry in that box? And there's a large, like tombola box.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've flown. We just get the box back on the other side, yeah?
Exactly like your luggage. Do you have any luggage?
No, we're being frugal. It's a flying visit.
Ha. Weapons, please, sir.
I'll take off all my weapons. I'll slowly take off one knife and put it in the box, and then I'll take off another knife and put it in the box. Then I'll put the sword in the box. Then I'll take out the third knife and put it in the box. Then I'll take out the fourth knife and put it in the box. Then I'll take out the gun and put that in the box. Then I'll take out the boot knife and put that in the box.
Jean Van Schwarzenegger, I understand. Cool. Any hidden weaponry was detected via the scanner. So if you have hidden weaponry, it will have been notified. So that'll have to go in the box as well.
That was everything.
Cool. You go through. Larry, you follow through.
Yeah.
Can you put all weaponry in that box, please? And the tombola spins round and another, like,
Pair of
steel
gloves there.
box.
Pair of gloves and a sawn off going.
He raises one eyebrow at the sawed-off shotgun.
I'll shrug and carry on.
He looks at you for a moment.
I'll need that famous boxer.
Are you... Just wait there. And he goes back to a couple of the staff behind him that are dealing with other customers.
I'll glance over my shoulder and raise an eyebrow at the rest of the group.
It's about to go down and I've just handed my gloves over. And he comes back and he's got a picture of you in your prime. And it's kind of like that holographic where you turn to face.
Oh, my hero!
You turn to face. Like
Hey,
the
hate's
camera.
gonna hate. Should have
And
been.
it rinse and repeats. You just doing a bit of a boxing pose in front of this digital tablet he's got.
How long ago would that have been in years, roughly?
How long ago would it have been in time?
Yes.
Well,
Not in
you
miles.
are maybe 10 year. This
Oh,
fort,
Jesus.
this fort in particular is when you first started popping around and making a name for yourself on the big time before you started fighting underground.
Oh, that takes me back.
I don't suppose you could just give us an autograph, and he holds you a little digipen.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, thank you. Have a nice flight.
Yeah, cheers.
Cool. Laurie, you let through. Who's next?
I'll go next.
I'll suit back up on the other side.
You go next. So, Philip, you approach. Beep, 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 beep. All weapons in that box, please, sir.
Okay. Take out the revolver, put it down. Take out the monokatana, put that down. Just unsling my entire backpack. Put the helmet in there. Sort of look at the badge. Rip the badge off. Stuff that in the bag. Stuff the whole thing in the locker. Anything
Climbs into the locker himself.
Thank you, sir. And he lets you through. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Cool. Beep, 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 beep. All weapons in that box?
Yeah, I'll just put the sword, the two katanas, and the Sorry, to Gladia.
Gladii.
Something like that. and a heavy pistol, and that's it. Moving on.
Cool. Alex. Beep, 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 beep.
SMG, several magazines, pistols, several magazines for that, and I detach my arm and put that in as well.
As you put your arm in, he sort of like looks at the arm, looks at the tub, but looks back at you, just stoic. Have a nice flight.
This unit appreciates your level of security and candor, and walk off.
You can hear whispers of, he just took his arm off. Their arm, his arm, their shirt. There's an arm in there.
I'll just look over and just go, yeah, you're not having my arm, and walk on the plane.
Oh, there are things to stop that. Just we didn't expect Alex to rip his arm off. So you head out, you get on the plane, and you all take your seats. Philip and John, you're sat next to each other. Jake and Alex, you're sat next to each other. Larry, you're sat next to a 10-year-old girl.
Excellent. Did she have a dice?
No, but she's got an Uzi.
Still better than being sat next to Alex for 9 hours.
So, as promised by Elizabeth, the plane is comfy if you are very small and very thin. It is very tightly packed.
I am not a small man.
The only reason Alex is a little bit comfortable than the rest of you is, one, he has no emotions, and two, he took half of himself off by lobbing his arm into the thing, so he's slender. So, just finding out a number. Damn! I thought it was quicker.
Who's got the window seat, by the way?
That's up to you.
Not above punching a child in the face or a window seat.
You're in the middle aisle, Larry.
Is this a 343, a 232 configuration?
It's a 232. So Philip and John, you're in a 2. Jake and Alex, you're in a 2. Larry, you're in a 3. But you're in an aisle seat with a 10-year-old girl in the middle.
That's fine.
So the flight attendants come out, and it's all digital screens. There's no there's no attendant at the front doing the whole pull this life jacket. It will protect you from putting a 4,000-ton piece of metal into the floor at 200 miles an hour.
In a forest.
You know what I mean? If anything, all that life jacket is going to do is millions of years from now, when explorers come along, they'll think there was a river running through there. So you the little digital thing comes up, all the safety measures of the oxygen masks. It's a lot better than the cup and string from back in the day. There's full-on respirator masks and safety gear attached to the chair you're in, and essentially what happens in the event of an emergency and the plane's going to explode or crash, you are all ejected from the plane, and with great hope and confidence in the technology of the economy flight, you will float to the ground safely. Then there is a timer that pops up that says 19 hours and starts counting backwards.
I brought a book.
I'll sit back in my chair, close my eyes.
You are sat upright. There is no flex in this chair.
Okay, I will try and relax in this unflexible chair as best I can. I'll kind of slip my ass forward a little bit.
Cool. During your 19 hours, other than the really, really tasty cashew nuts and spag bol that was made from rats, do you...
That was improvisation on the fly there, wasn't it? The cracks
19 hours.
The cracks are starting to show on that one.
You don't, though.
Cashew nuts and spag bol made of rats.
No, that's legit. That's legit a delicacy.
Word association. That is not wrote down on your notebook, and you damn well know it isn't.
We're just going to take a break while I write this down. You think any of this is down in my notebook? So, yeah. So you've got time to kill. If you don't want to do anything, speak of anything, try anything, etc., I will fast forward 19 hours.
Please God,
yeah.
yes.
All 13X is just going to power down for the entire 19 hours.
Cool.
I'm going to
Take a
I'm
long
gonna
rest.
I'm going to turn to Philip and just be like, Philip, is it?
Yes.
How long have you been working for Crown, Philip?
Ooh. Since I was a child.
Oh wow. I wasn't expecting it to be quite that long.
Well, my parents couldn't pay off any debts, so I was collateral, I guess.
Ah, I understand. And so does that mean you're contracted to them then?
Yeah.
You know anything about what they want us to try and find?
I don't know shit. I know what I'm told to know, and that's basically nothing.
Cool. Do you know whether or not they've ever had any other dealings with Bison?
Oh yeah, loads.
Inside check.
From me on him?
Yep. Hey, we got a raid from Clockwork. Hello, Sean. Raid of 13. Thank you very much for that.
Hey, Sean.
Ready.
What is insight in this?
Ah, sorry. I forgot. I need
Sense
to...
motive?
Sense
Sense
motive. Sense motive.
Yeah. 22.
22 is lying.
Okay.
Not even well.
Ready?
It smacks of sarcasm.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, look, once this job's done, we've got some scores to settle. But, I mean, for the purposes of this mission, I guess you're here to help us. You look pretty useful in a you're obviously fit kind of way. Not that kind of hacker. I'm like, and I pat him on the knee. And go, not right now, sweetheart. What other sort of stuff can you do other than run reasonably well?
I'm not that bad in the fight. I do have military training. Generally the type of person that they threw into something which needed more of a technical hand of, oh look, we're going to go into this place and we need someone to hack that computer. Or general just those types of things. Sort of in more of a military go in, get the thing. I can hold myself in a fight.
Philip is a very competent solo artist.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm a medic. 413X is some kind of bounty hunter. Maybe an assassin. Jake is the muscle man. And Larry is the new muscle man. Interesting story about how we met Larry, and I'll tell him the story about how we met Larry, but I'm not going to bore Dave as he watched it on YouTube.
Watched it live, mate. Watched it live.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, he did watch it live. He just watched the
So
on
as
YouTube, and they could point out the GM's mistakes. That was it.
so Jean chokes on a cashew nut and dies.
Yes!
Undiagnosed nut allergy.
This is gone.
So Philip, Jean will regale the tales of Sparks, their previous hacker, who died in an actual blaze, and and now they have you. And yeah, you catch up. Jean will tell you pretty much most of the stuff that's been going on recently, in a great bardic way. So, your 19 hours will pass. You will eat, you will drink, you will rest as best you can.
No Sky Mold shop from.
Yeah. The only one of you that does not suffer exhaustion when you get to the other side is the synth.
Mother. Oh yeah.
Because they literally down power. They're like, yeah, I don't need no achy joints. The other 4 of you all receive a level of exhaustion when you hit the other side. As you come in across the Dubai sky, I'm going to put a picture up, so you will have to look at Twitch.
Oh, Jesus. That's how you get some more views, is it? Forces us to watch.
So, this is what
How
you
do I
see.
sign up for that again?
This is something akin to what you see as you fly over. Dubai is very, very different to San Francisco in its aesthetic.
It's got fog.
It is. There's fog in San Francisco. It is incredibly bright, far brighter than San Francisco was. Did you all see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. I could have just put that in the Facebook chat, but I wanted to show the world. So yes, so you see that as you are coming over and you look out of the windows, you can almost see the light ahead of you out the windows, and then as you close in, you can see the enormous, between 800 and 1,000 metre high skyscrapers covered in bright neon lights, all down the side of the buildings, and then an absolute ocean of neon light covering just below the fog. You assume some form of pollution, but Dubai seems to do a lot better job of being on top of that pollution than San Francisco was. It is a massive sprawling city that spreads out towards the desert areas. San Francisco is walled off and is kept on top of one another. Every district is cramped. Dubai seems to have a lot more space, and they seem to have built upwards and then out once they've hit, so they go up first then out, up first then out. San Francisco seems to have built on top of itself, and it looks, well, very colourful and very stunning. Some of you may disagree. As the plane comes into land and you land at the western airport of Dubai, you come off the ship. It is bastard hot when you get off the ship. The humidity and what's the other word? The weather's very different. What's the fucking word? Yes, it is so hot, very sweaty. You get off. It is. I should have worked that in. It's now night time when you get there. There is a slight breeze that comes through every now and then that's very welcomed when it touches your skin. You land on an airstrip, and then you are taken on a very, very, very nice like hover bus that takes you across.
As soon as we land, I'll message Pavan. Sorry, just throw it in.
Cool. So while you're on the hover bus going across.
Yeah.
Cool. What are you messaging?
Just saying, we've landed in Dubai, exhausted. Going to try and find somewhere to sleep for a little bit, but let us know. Just let me know. Give me a call when you can hook us up.
You get a message back. A couple of Z's. Speak tomorrow.
Cool.
You are taken to the terminal entrance. You enter the airport of Western Dubai, and it is so air-conned. It is unbelievable. You feel like you've walked into the North Pole. It is amazing. You everywhere it is busy. There is a lot. I mean, even back in the day, Dubai was well known for its financial greatness. This many years later, it's done nothing but get higher and higher and higher as a status, and there is a lot of wealth rocking around in this airport. Everything here, even the cheap stuff, looks far better than a lot of the stuff you saw, at least in District 3. Around you, there is a lot of people in very loose clothing, no matter where they are from, no matter from where they are in the world. That doesn't make sense to me either. There we go. Yeah, but you have everyone here, of every tick box of every country and culture, all rocking around in this airport, all wearing a very eclectic mix. I fucking need a thesaurus.
Eclectic.
There you go. Mix of clothing going on that is very loose and of the area to deal with the hot temperatures. All just rocking around, eating, drinking. There are strange, almost like luminescent henna markings, stalls and about where people are getting them on their arms, around their cheeks and stuff. seems to be quite popular. A lot of people getting them. Some appear to be advertising temporary, these henna tattoo markings, and some people are getting more permanent fixes. And yeah, you've just walked into a very, very wealthy place, at least in the airport. You get through the airport, you go through customs. The tombola at the other side is all mechanised with small androids that little robots that come out, and they bring you your own unit where it is about this big, and then depending on the size of things you put in there, it fits just the size of whatever you put in on the other side. It's incredibly well made. They are biolocked to you, yet you didn't register any biolock on the way. Not that you know of, anyway. Philip, you know that it was a scanner on the way. And they present you your lock boxes to retrieve your stuff. You had no luggage anyway. You walk through, you get all your gear. I'm assuming you check it for tampering, just because you would. It all appears to be 100% clean, and as it was when you dumped it on the way here. And you are now in the lobby area of this massive airport, and there is a shed load of vehicles outside that are all pricey as fuck, which is a technical term.
Is there an airport hotel? I say turn around to everyone else and just say, Pavan has said that he'll sort us out tomorrow. I think we probably could all do with a bit of a rest. Let's keep that one off.
Yeah.
I suggest we try and find a hotel.
There are several hotels, and they are all just called Dubai Star, and then there's a variation of stars. None of them are below 4 stars, and they go up to 8.
Anything in our price range, you reckon?
I don't know, what's your price range?
Yeah.
Low.
An arm wrestle and a pint.
I'll look up. I'll look up on my HUD what the price of the cheapest hotel at the airport is.
Give us a
I'm assuming Alex has put his arm back on and he's just not carrying his left arm and his right arm.
Yeah, 413X has replaced its arm, checked its weapons.
That would be.
I can't if it's holding his arm, which is then holding a gun.
Got extra reach.
Yeah, around corners. Taking stuff
see-
his arm and hit someone with it.
You see a duration price, anything from 1 hour, 3 hours, 7 hours, 12 hours to 24 hours. And it is 200 for 1 hour, 400 for 3 hours, 600 for 7 hours, 1,000 for 12 hours, and 2,000 for 24 hours per person.
Which star is that?
And that is for that's star 4, and it's for a pod
Is that per person?
per person. And
How
it's
much was that, sorry?
depending on how long you want, depends on how much it is.
I'll send the price list round to everyone.
How long you wanted to stay for? It's night time. I mean, Dubai as a city is still alive. Night time is nothing here. But Pavan himself is obviously in bed.
I'll just book it for 12 hours.
So a 12-hour stint would be 1,000 per person.
I'll book a room for myself for 12 hours.
I'd turn around to the others and just be like, are we all staying?
I'll wander up to a sheltered area, pull out my backpack, whack it as a pillow, and I'll crash down there in the road if I need to.
How far away is the spaceport from here, AD?
Or about 30 mile. It's on the northern edge of the
30
city.
miles.
Yeah. It's
What time
just-
actually is it in Dubai right now?
The spaceport is away from the city itself. You probably visited there once or twice back in the day as like just friend of Pavan's rather than work. But yeah, it's on the outside of the northern edge of the city. But from this western airport, probably about 30 miles.
Okay. I figure we'll probably have to go to the spaceport for the transport plans arranging this, but I think we should all just stay here, and then we all know where we are. We just get up in the morning, we'll meet up, have some breakfast. I'll call Pavan, or he'll call me.
Whilst them two are having that conversation, I just book 5 rooms for 12 hours.
Cool.
I'll just sleep rough till morning.
Take 5 grand off your.
Tough shit, you've got a room.
Philip, I assume informs you and don't just book him.
You know I can't pay this back, right?
To answer your question, Jake, the time currently in Dubai is 1 o'clock in the morning.
It's not too late to go get a drink, I guess. I'm good. I'll call on that.
I instantly went random encounter.
I wanted to avoid the glares from 413X.
I instantly went.
That's an encounter in its own right.
So, going to bed? Going to bed? Going to bed? Going to bed?
Yes,
Thanks Philip for his charity and make use of the facility.
Philip.
Awesome. 413X is going to the bar because it slept on the flight.
Philip, do you?
Sorry, 2 dice rolls, not 1.
What's the rule on kneecapping a teammate?
Philip, do you inform Jean that you paid for a room?
Yeah.
Cool. You now have 6 rooms booked.
Thank you.
You bastard. So you all go.
I'll check whether or not my booking's refundable.
Roll me a d20.
Yeah, it's not.
Got 2 rerolls.
You're going to use a reroll for a grand. Brilliant.
No.
So you have 6 rooms. One of them's empty. All right.
Can I, on the 48-hour gaming, can I auction a set of barely used lovely metal dice?
These are the dice that brought down the carbon jet.
So you've got your 6 rooms. You all go to your rooms except Alex, who goes to the bar. Alex, are you just off for drinks? Are you just having a chill night? Cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna re-oil.
Re-oil. They sell the best oil you've ever tasted in your life, as he's pouring it into his
Dubai
ear.
oil.
So the morning will come. It's now morning.
Don't even get a random encounter. I even went to the bar.
You're the only one that when I approach with a random encounter will put your hand up like this. Go away.
Pretty much, but at least I could have done it.
With an SMG and a dice in your hand, pick one. Are you?
Hey,
underage?
love, do you want a good time? Please leave this unit alone.
All right, I'm going to hit you with this katana. So you, the morning comes. You've got a message from Pavan saying, "Get your ass to Maz."
Right.
So your message from Pavan is just to say he's on his way to the airport. Hang tight. Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. I will. I'll pass that on to everyone. So Pavan's on his way to the airport. See you guys at, and I'll identify a cafe somewhere in the main area of the airport.
Everywhere, mate.
Yeah, I'll just pick one and I'll head there.
Cool. You are at a cafe. Do you all sit with him?
He told us that the van's got in touch.
Yeah.
Alright then.
Yeah, I'll send a message around to everyone.
Well-oiled machine, kids. So you are all at the cafe, at the bar, enjoying your free time. Larry is starstruck. He's not seen this much spotlight since he were in the ring. Fighting, nice. It takes about an hour before Pavan tips up. As he comes through the door, he looks like he was in a fight not so long ago. He still looks battered and bruised. Tall, skinny, short, dark hair. Every inch of the Pavan that you have known several years. He comes in and he's still got a bit of a limp and his arms are quite close to him as if trying to comfort a bit of pain around the old flanks. But he notices you across the way, and he heads over and he sits quite slowly down opposite you. John?
Van, you're looking better.
I'll get there.
Good. These are my friends.
Thanks for the coffee.
These are my friends.
He looks at your friends as if to say, this is what happens to his friends.
More acquaintances.
Are these the 5? Yes. There's you can have a free reroll, Alex.
Yes.
Yeah,
these are the 5.
Are you ready? I've got one leaving this evening. It's a freight transport. They're just taking a lot of mining materials to one of the star systems.
I'm assuming they are flexible to drop us off where we need to be dropped off.
They're willing to let you use one of their smaller pods to get to Mars, and then on their way back you could maybe intercept and get back on. But they'll be on a bit of a time thing. You can arrange that with the crew and that. The quartermaster there she's a good lass.
Okay. What's her name?
Mariah.
Okay. Thank you, Bavan. This goes a long way to squaring us up.
Yeah, squaring us up. You lot literally, I'm just going to cut through the tension with a katana and gladius. So, and he passes you a set of keys. Here's a car. It's rented for a couple of days. Just leave it at the port and I'll sort it out. But I've got some stuff to do in the middle of the city.
Cheers, Bavan.
No worries. Are you about to say something?
I think. No.
He gets up, he gives a nod to you lot. Take care, and then he limps out of the airport.
What's that plan now here?
Well, given the last time I got given the keys to a vehicle, several people.
Oh yeah, you're not driving this fucking car. That's fact. Like, not a chance in hell. I mean, once we've found somebody who can drive a car, where are we going?
I'd look confused and just be like, why can't he get behind?
The last time he got the keys to a car, a billion-pound jet, he drove it into the hangar, then crashed it into the ground.
No, I didn't.
Right, can I just reach for the keys?
I will forcibly grab the keys from John. Yeah, I will literally take the keys off John.
I've already moved the keys into the centre of the table and then left them alone.
I'll drive.
Our reaction roll off against who grabs them first at the middle of the table.
Do it.
Larry, what's your dexterity?
16.
What's your dexterity, Jake?
Oh, 20.
20.
Oh, fuck.
You'd be surprised to hear. Larry goes, ha ha! Opens his hand, no keys. Jake's already in the car.
If this doesn't leave until this evening,
Anything anyone wants?
how is everyone feeling? Because I'm still a little bit jet lagged, and we've got the rooms for another few hours.
Are you alright? Don't really have a lot of spending money or any reason to waste time. Soon we crack on with
None
this,
of you are exhausted anymore after your stay in the pods.
As soon as we get back, the better, I take it.
I mean, we have how many hours to kill? And I've never been in Dubai, so I'm happy to just drive around for a bit. Literally just drive around and just check the city out. That's nothing enough. Like, get off and do stuff.
Well, Van just said the flight was this evening, so, and it is now morning, a bit later morning. So you've got about 6-7 hours to kill.
This unit believes the most astute use of our time is to drive to the spaceport and immediately wait for the flight.
One with Alex on this one. Look, we've already fucked this up once. Best thing we can do is make sure this one goes smoothly, yeah? The Elizabeths aren't going to mess around if we cause issues again. get the feeling they see as a bit of a liability at this point.
You say got a brown
They,
one.
they still need someone to go and get this
but
thing for them.
Let's make sure we do it. We don't end up chasing our tails around this city for the next 3 hours when we're meant to be somewhere else. We're here for work. Like, just get it done.
Okay, but we might at least want some supplies if we're going to be there for a couple of days.
What do you need?
Well, if we're there for that long, we may need some like rations or something.
Yeah, I strongly suggest we do invest in some rations, to be fair. Some ration packs.
You can find them in this globe all of the city.
They'll be at the spaceport. You'll be able to get stuff at the spaceport.
Yeah, it will be overpriced, but we can get it here.
Spaceport and not cause any issues then?
Okay.
I'm here to do a job.
No truer words.
This unit now believes that we have a 69% chance of failing this job based on the fact that Sean mentioned that we are here to do a job.
Was there a chance before?
70%.
I'm so pleased
Yeah, that's progress.
that your faith in me has been restored, Alex.
By 1%.
This unit has never lost faith in you, Sean. This unit is still trying to calculate the possibility of you being useful other than a combat medic. This unit will let you know once its statistics have been completed.
Cool, I guess we head off.
Cool, so you're getting a car. It's very nice. It's air-conned. It's one that Pav hasn't stinted. He's gone all on. You've got a very nice 5-seater, couple of doors. You love it. You start driving to the spaceport. It's not hard to find. There are sat-navs and street signs everywhere. It's 21.85 for crying out loud. And you drive the 30 miles from where you are at the Western Airport through the city. The traffic there is very well maintained. It's not rushed. It's not angry. There is a nice flow of it going wherever people are going. And you make your way to the northern part of Dubai, and then you leave Dubai. No walls, no fences, no law enforcement sat there. There is nothing that you can see defending the borders of the city. And you head out. Go on.
Anyone else feel like moving? Just
Moving?
in general. Yeah, just feels a bit better than
San
a certain
Fran.
place with very big walls.
You want to live in Dubai?
Thinking about it. Not right now, obviously, but eventually.
Oh, have a chat with Pavan. He might be able to sort you out for a job locally if you wanted it.
Pavan, local job. So you drive out. As you approach the spaceport, it is an immense 3-tier building that is shaped in a bit of a on an angle U, and it tiers up 3 times, and then there is a large, almost ramp at the far side of it, where you can see jets of about the size of the one that you may or may not have crashed, just getting launched off and then buggering off into the sky. There's it's quicker than you expected in between launch. The old days, for those that haven't done space travel, you're probably not used to it being so quick. Those that have done space travel, it's just easy these days. The technology's there, the money's there, especially for the corporations, and they just wing you off into space, it seems. There are a couple of large passenger jets that are on a separate ramp that are more holiday maker jets, taking people to see the stars and stuff. Dubai, I've lost the page. What? Excuse my language. Come on. Ah, here we go. Nope. I hate my... Right, there we go. There you go. Oh, so close. There we go. So the Dubai Space Company, you see 3 massive letters DSC on the side, big, sprawling, almost scripture font on the side of the spaceport building, and they're well known for, well, space travel. Like their entire thing is space travel. You don't hear of the super tech and pharmaceutical and weapons and armour. You don't ever hear stories of such things like that coming out of the Dubai Space Company. It is, they put their entire efforts into space travel. Yeah, they're loving it. So, you approach the car park. Again, no visual fencing or guards around. The car park is a massive open space, very well organised, lots and lots of vehicles there parked up, of those travelling, you know, very much like an airport car park, to be fair. People are going to be leaving their vehicles for a few days while they jolly on around space and the atmosphere of the Earth, and etc, etc. So you get in, you park up, you are heading towards the enormous main entrance. There is lots and lots of sound, doors opening all over the place. One sounds like a lightsaber, apparently. And you walk into the foyer, and the Dubai spaceport is fucking immense. It is wonderful, beautiful. You can't think of any bad words to say about it, although you probably could if you tried. It is full of people with wonder in their eyes, staring up at 3D holographic trailers, little adverts of what it's like to go into space and what you can see, and it's all very, very marketed to pay us to take you into space and you'll have the time of your life. As soon as you enter, there's someone trying to get your attention, Jake. It is a short woman with mucky blonde hair. She is in a uniform of like burgundy. It's sort of very plain. There's not a extravagance to it, and she's sort of waving you over. She's about 5'4". Mucky. Her hair's very short and like that mucky blonde colour. But she's got the DSC logo on her uniform.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over then.
Cool. Are you with Jean's lot?
I think we all walked in.
Yeah, I thought it was up.
Yep, she's.
Any particular reason you only said Jake, or?
Yeah, she's trying to get Jake's attention.
Oh, me specific. Okay, yeah, I'll go over.
Cool. Are you with Jean's lot?
Oh, I thought you were asking that. Oh.
No.
Yeah,
she's asking you, are you with Jean's lot?
Okay, we are.
She shows you a picture of you. Pavan told us to look out for you, bringing in the crew. Or the people that you're coming on the ship this evening?
Yeah, that's us.
Oh, cool. Just wanted to make sure. I'm Maria. Pleased to meet you. I'm the quartermaster on the ship.
Nice to meet you.
I'll
Thanks
sort
for...
of step up behind Jake and sort of look around his shoulder. Hi, Maria.
Hi. Hi, Jean. Pleased to meet you. I'm Maria. Pavan said you were coming. Looks
Brilliant.
at Jake for confirmation. I know you said it's John. Yeah.
That's John.
There should be 5 of you.
Yeah, they're just coming this way. They just wave everyone else over.
Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3. Cool. So, Pav said you'd just be good to help hump and dump on the freight thing, just to buy a bit of passage. We just need stuff moving around in the cargo hold. It's a freight ship, loads of mining equipment going off to the colonies. Star Systems, you don't need to worry about. You won't be going there. Well, at least not on this ship, unless you stay. I don't know. But I've been told that you'll just be jumping on with us, and you're going to Mars.
Yeah, we just got a few bits we need to do. And our previous transport had some issues, so we had to arrange short notice.
Happens all the time. Don't worry about it. Pavan called in a favour. We're happy to oblige. But you will just be taking one of the pods out to Mars. I mean, I say swing by. We're in space, so it will be a bit of a trek. Pav says you are wanting to come back as well on our trek, so you'll only have a couple of days on the surface before you have to get back out, and we'll net you on the way past.
No, that's absolutely fair enough, considering we're already Pavan's already done us a big solid with this, and you have obviously as well if you're helping us out. So that sounds great for us.
No, he's a good one, Pav. He gets me my coffee.
Oh, what kind of coffee is that? Just out of curiosity.
Jelly bean.
I've heard good stuff. Not a big coffee drinker personally, but I've heard good stuff.
Oh, it's really nice. Got loads of flavours.
I don't hide my laugh.
I'm just gonna try and keep a straight face as I have no idea what he's laughing.
Maria just looks at Mariah just looks at Jean, and then back to you, Jack. So yeah, she looks at her watch. About 3-4 hours. Make it 3 hours, and we'll be off. I'll come and get you. The freight and cargo area. If you go to the back of the port, and she just points past. You can clearly see all the passengers going one way, very much like the airport back in San Fran. If you just go back through those double doors there, you'll need these, and she gives you 5 little key cards. They're very they're old technology. Just use these just in case there's any questions. They're essentially, and she's looking around, visitors passes, but it'll get you through the doors at the back. Only the once though, and then they'll kind of expire. We had to tweak them a little bit. We've not used them in years. In fact, I've never used them.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Once you're through the doors, just hang a right, come all the way down to the end. If anyone speaks to you, just tell them that you're coming to see Maria, and they'll send you down to the far end where the furthest ship in the port.
What kind of ship is it?
It's just a freight ship.
Okay.
It's an X-Wing 5.6. No, I ain't even going to attempt that shit.
You need a hand with that moving equipment stuff.
Not right now. We'll get the mechs to put it on there, but once it's on there, we'll then need to put it in its place and tie it down and stuff. We had a few of the crew were running late and needed a bit of a slap, so they don't get to fly with us, so therefore don't get the wages. So we had space. Pavan said you guys were looking for thingy, so as payment we'll drop you off near Mars.
Yeah, that sounds good.
On the way back, call it a freebie, but you will have to be there on time.
Okay, we'll set a time countdown once we set off with the pod, just so we can keep track of it.
I mean, I'll confirm once we're up there with the crew and that, and the captain and stuff, but
okay.
I'll get an exact time for you. But you'll only have a couple of days, I reckon, to hit the surface and get back.
That should be okay.
What are you going to Mars for? And just kind of looks at you all.
Just a job. Know how it is.
Yeah, fair. Okay. All right. Well.
Ooh, anywhere we can get some. Just feeling a bit back. Shall we get some snacks or something around here before we go in through the doors?
Straight across there, and across the foyer, there is a massive canteen's probably an understatement, but it looks like almost restaurant-esque area where people are buying fresh food and getting given or ordering and taking sealed containers for their jollies.
Okay, sweet. We'll probably stop by there and then we'll go meet you where you said.
Cool. So remember, through there, hang a right all the way to the end.
Maria, is there anywhere where we can get food for the trip as opposed to before the trip?
That way. Exactly.
Same place.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she points at a few of the holiday makers buying sealed containment food and stuff.
Right. Okay.
Just buy some of them.
Sorry, I've never flown domestic before.
She looks you up and down. Oh, you've been in space before? You a pilot?
Life goes in, guns come out. Goes in, guns come out.
I've been in space before, but
but not
wouldn't
domestically.
I wouldn't like to call myself a pilot.
Neither would we.
I don't think anyone would.
Maria's sort of like, whoa, all at once.
Yeah.
I never quite made it through flight school.
Or off the runway.
Or out
Or
the
out
toilet.
the
Out the toilet.
And I wave my synth arm at her.
She reaches down and rolls up her right trouser leg, and you see a augmented right leg, I never made it either.
Can anyone on this goddamn planet actually fly?
So far, no.
Just the pilots.
You're already all sim. You don't get this excuse.
So, well, I've got to go. I've got some stuff to do. So yeah, through the doors. Remember, you can only use them once. So if you come through that door, you ain't getting back out.
Okay. Cool.
Security's tight round here, and well, I'll either get shot or sacked. I prefer shot, to be honest.
We'll be careful.
Oh, see ya. And she fucks off to the back, and she goes.
I'll be careful.
She goes through them doors and disappears, and you are in the spaceport lobby.
Right. Cool. So food for the trip.
It's like a small village, the size of this place. So you go over to the restaurant area. There is people ordering drinks and fresh food. There's also a segment of it that is selling the take this with you food.
Let's have some food here. Actually, we haven't eaten them properly today. And then we can head off. We got some time to go anyway, and we're not. The doors are right there, so we're not far off where something can happen, like theoretically.
I'll grab some food for the I'll sort of get like 4 days worth of packs.
4 days. Cool.
For myself.
413X will eat food now, and then probably purchase about a week's worth of rations.
What sort of prices we're looking at?
I'm about to tell you. So
I might be looking for an IOU in a minute.
the cheapest day's ration is 700 one longs.
Yeah, I'm gonna need an IOU at some point.
So it's 2,800.
The most expensive is 3,500.
Jeez.
Anyone good for a few days of the basic?
Yeah, I'll get it free. Don't worry.
Poor Larry.
Hey, you gave me this goddamn money. or sorry, the lack thereof.
Excuse me. You could have made your own character, right? You wanted to play the poor boxer.
You gave me 101.
That's all we have.
Just transfer Larry.
100,000 part.
You can get slightly better. I'll just transfer. Jake just transfers Larry like 7,000 one longs. That's enough for a week. You can even get slightly nicer.
Larry,
No,
you've not seen money like this for a decade at least.
I'll get the basic bitch stuff.
Floats it all on narcotics.
It's
Whoa.
Alcohol. It's 700
profiling.
700 one longs per day, and that
Okay.
that 700 will feed you morning, noon, and night.
I'll get 5 days with them.
And
Cool.
you have a cat.
So that's $3.5 grand.
Yeah.
Three and a
Come
half.
back in a minute.
Three and a half grand.
I'll also get
$3.5 grand for
5.
Larry. You're getting
I'll
5
also get
days.
5 days. Yeah, I get 5 days.
Cool. Philip.
I've got rations.
Cool.
Larry,
Alright,
don't forget
my,
to keep the change.
My battery's gone on my phone, so it's the cat from now on, I'm afraid.
You're an absolute whammer. So, Jake, you
I
get.
gave Larry 7.
You gave Laurie 7. He spent half of it straight away.
That's what I gave it to him for, to be fair. So that's -7 to that. And then I'll get, a week's worth of rations and join 413X for a meal now. So that's 8 total, I guess?
Yep.
I'll,
There we go.
8 times 7, 56. 5,600.
Cool. Philip, are your rations designed to be eaten in space?
Probably not.
Probably not. So, do you want to buy some rations?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'll buy some
space. Can I get some space energy drinks as well?
You can. They are.
Creature, the branded energy drink in space.
400 one longs a tin.
I'll get 5 of those as well.
Cool.
Are they just like drinks, or do they have this? They actually.
It's more gel, but yeah. They're the closest thing you'll get to a drink. Cracking open a can of Pepsi in space. I'm no scientist.
Get some of those as well.
Do they not have like water packs or something in like sealed containers?
But they are. It's these gel. This is what they're selling you. Is these gel drinks. So they give you that hydration effect as well as the energy effect.
Okay, I guess we need a week's worth of those two then to go with the rations.
Each one of them, John, just note, will give you advantage on your next perception check after consuming it.
Because you're wired.
Because you
How
are
much were those
wired. 400, did I say? 400.
Okay, so I'll get literally as many as the rations, so I have one of each per day, potentially.
Yep.
So that's 728. What do I have left? That sounds right. I've gone under the 200,000 mark. I'm not happy about this.
Cool. I'll also grab some food for now as well, as I didn't get breakfast at the airport.
Cool. The minimum you can spend on the food is £1,000.
Is that with the drink?
That's with the drink, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, we take this shit serious, you know. I want to drink with this make-believe food.
He wants his advantage on his next roll.
Oh, this ain't an energy drink.
Sad times.
This is just customary water. I mean, don't get me wrong, the water is fucking delish.
Sweet.
No, just delicious.
Sour then?
Like apples in your eye. So you all eat a very lovely meal, or those that choose to. You are refreshed, you eat well, your hours pass, you stock up on your rations, money is given to Catman, and you are about 20 minutes off having to go rendezvous with Maria.
Yeah, let's head off.
Do they sell spacesuits?
How so? As in a suit that looks nice in space, or an actual astronaut suit?
No, the thing that's probably going to keep me alive if I go into, zero atmosphere areas.
Not that lucky.
They have some almost cosplay styled space astronaut suits from through the ages in a store, but there is none of the actual mechanical useful ones for sale on this side of the barrier.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we should head off.
Yep.
Cool. So you go to the back, you head where Maria asked you to, you go to the huge doors on the right hand side, letting all the holiday goers go one way. You use your scanner, your very old data cards, you scan them. There's a moment where it takes ages before the first one works and you're like, shit. And then click, and the doors just go and open wide. As you enter, it's very akin to a warehouse that is open to the elements rather than closed off. And you can see down the right hand side, it goes for about a mile to your right, which is a fucking long way to look down a stretch. And there are huge vehicles that are ships getting ready to go into space. They all look like the love child of a 45-foot Arctic lorry and a tank. All getting ready to go into space for their various industrial reasons. There's between you and the mile down the way, there are about 9, and then maybe 10 or 11th is the one where Maria is at the far end. As you are walking down, you get the odd look. A few people sort of come over and be like, "Oh, excuse me." Between you all and your people skills, you will. In fact, fuck it, Jean. Give me a persuasion roll.
We've still got re rolls, haven't we?
Yeah, we have to be rolls.
Alright, good.
Give me a persuasion roll.
15.
Yep, that's fine. You manage to convince them, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we're just here for Maria's house," and they're like, "Cool, just keep going down there." As you're going along, nearly everybody is in the very same design, plain uniform that Maria had, but there's variation of colours. They're all very shit colours essentially. So you've got like mustard yellow, burgundy, a very non-shaded brown. Like they're just boring colours in the uniforms for each particular freight ship that's going out. All of them have the DSC logo on their chest, and they're just doing similar things. You see these massive mechs that are doing all the heavy lifting, and they're putting these shipping containers on the back, and they're being dragged onto this huge cargo hold of each of these freight ships as you are walking down this long stretch of essentially a warehouse walkway. The mechs that are doing it quite similar actually, but a lot better made and maintained than the maintenance mech you saw back in the day. And they are picking these up. Sometimes it's taking 2 of them to shift the shipping containers, or they're getting them on the back. You go all the way down to the bottom with, and you see Maria. She waves at Jake quite like energetically, and then gives a softer wave to the rest of you. And you can see around her there's about 10, maybe 12 people, all doing some sort of labour or admin work, and working with about 6 of these huge mechs, these labour mechs, shifting these containers about, and smaller crates that would probably be quite heavy for most, probably not for Jake or Larry, but shifting them around, and they are in the process of doing what all the other freight ships are doing, and loading up with some sort of cargo, stock, etc. Maria comes over. Oh, glad you made it. I was a little bit worried that the data cards wouldn't work. If you give them back here, I'll put them away and make sure. Yeah. They're kind of burnt out now.
I'll just eyeball the various freight that's going onto this ship and see if I can identify the type of stuff it is.
Mining
equipment.
Yeah. From the looks of it, quite almost like a 3-month stint of mining equipment. That wherever it's going, there's about 3 months worth.
Cool. Everyone that's kind of around and working on the loading and stuff like that look legit.
Give me a perception check.
15.
Yeah. There's no one that is looking out of turn, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it seems alright. Everyone seems to be doing that.
Armed?
Yep. I reckon 60% of them have got a small pistol, just like a 21st century pistol. They don't seem to have extra ammo, but yeah, they do. The weaponry. What you do notice, Philip, is seeing the people with their weapons, is when they go on the ship, they leave the weapon on a table, and then they just pick it back up when they come off. So literally as they go on the ship, they take it off, put it on the side, do whatever they're doing on the ship, come back off, pick it back up, reholster it, carry on doing what they're doing. They only seem to be armed in the warehouse bit. Looking at the people on, you see nobody in that cargo hold, because there are a few people that are remaining on the cargo hold doing stuff. They seem armed. That they don't seem armed. Maria isn't armed at all. Yep. Cool. So if you just get your asses on here, it's the best way of doing when you're going in the front door or anything. There's a couple of VIPs that will be up in the nicer area at the front of the ship. They're going with the mining equipment. They've got a lot of money invested.
I assume you want us to sort of keep ourselves to ourselves?
Just remain in the cargo hold. I've got a few jobs I can have you do while we set off. Well, not while we set off, that'd be a bit dangerous, but while we're up in the air, you know what I mean, when we're among the stars, I got some jobs I need you doing. But yeah, just keep yourselves low profile, looks around at you all. Try to blend in a little bit. We've got extra uniforms if there comes a time, but essentially just ump and dump in the cargo hold when I ask you to, and then I'll let you know when we're going to pop the pod. And
okay.
we've already arranged it to be a bit of a malfunction and just write it off as a loss. And then on the way back, if you're there, I'll re-net you and drag you back in.
Okay.
But don't do any funny business on the thingy.
Do you know how long it is from takeoff to drop-off point, roughly?
If all goes well, we don't crash into an asteroid, probably a day.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a bit of G to it when we land. You kind of don't feel it at first. When we set off. So yeah, welcome aboard.
Got any old school service manuals around? As in paper is what I mean by old school.
I don't think we've got them. Hang on. Odds or evens?
Evens.
We do. Fucking hell. Surprise me. And Maria looks across and just sees a very old, like mechanic looking chap who's fixing the nuts and bolts on one of the labour mechs. And he's got in his back pocket some stuffed service manuals that he keeps pulling out now and then. Oh! Turns around. Yep. Give me them here. Give you what? The paper. Give me the thing out of your back pocket. Give it here. Comes over. He hands it over to Maria. Oh, read it then. Not anymore. Go back to work. Yeah, do. Have a read of these.
Cool. I will probably read those on the trip when we're not doing the work jobs.
Cool. So you all get on the back of the ship, I assume, including Catboy, and you prepare yourselves to be launched into space.
Finally.
Before I step onto the ship, I take my revolver out and unload it.
I just start shooting something.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Just unloads it.
Just feathers the hammer. So you unload your gun as you approach the ship. Cool. Do you you keep the gun though, yeah?
Yeah. Reholster the gun, stow the bullets.
Cool. You are all on the back. There are several very simplistically made sit on this stool, and there's a seat belted harness that comes over for when they take off. About half an hour passes, everything's loaded on. It's quite a tight fit. There is rows and rows of these shipping containers of a very large double-decker bus size, right down to a Peugeot 206, and the labour mechs, they come on and they just sort of take their own areas on the cargo hold and just sort of sit down in that crunch. They do like a squat, a right tight squat, and down power. Some of them are manually controlled. Again, they're putting away. Then you see a lot of the crew staff, labour staff, buckling in. Maria comes past and ushers you all quick, get in your seats. We'll be leaving soon. You all buckle up, I assume. You all. Yep. Larry's like, fuck it. Let's do this. Reflex save, go. You all get buckled up. There is a comms comes over to let the crew know that takeoff is imminent. Make sure you're all buckled up, and they go through all the procedures. You're having a bit of nostalgia, John, of how it's actually done. You're getting all the procedures coming through over the comms. Everyone's bolted down, and when the hit happens, it is a very slow movement from the ship as it gradually builds, shifting that amount of weight to get up the ramp. Starts going and going and going, and then there is a almighty gun.
No, I'm basically going to be kind of like, not rocking in my chair, but definitely kind of like doing that tapping my legs thing and holding my hands, not quite in a prayer position, but very much clasped together on my lap.
Cool.
I see John do that, put my helmet on and visor down.
So, as this slingshot happens, and shoots you skyward, can you all give me fortitude saves? Yours at disadvantage, John.
Just put this.
Oh, good. 5 for Larry.
5 for Larry. Alex?
Oh no, sorry. 8 for Larry.
8 for Larry. Alex?
21.
21. Jake?
17.
I have a fort save of plus fucking 5 and I still balls it up.
Philip?
Plus 2, 19.
Philip?
Plus 5, rolled a 12.
17.
Jean on disadvantage?
9.
Cool. Larry
have
and
2
Jean.
re-rolls.
You do have 2 re-rolls, and it's 2 minutes to 9.
Yeah, use them.
Yeah, go on. I'll take the re-roll.
So Jean re-roll and Larry re-roll. Jean, your re-roll.
That one for a 6.
So Jean, your re-roll is both dice. So re-roll at disadvantage.
So I rolled a 3 and then a re-roll to a 1.
That's what you get, Cat of Doom.
Cat of Doom, who's done me any.
Oh, that is slightly better. I've got a 12.
Cool. Larry and
Larry's
Sean.
ejected into space.
Larry, you've never even been close to something like this. I mean, your time in the military was feet on the ground running at baddies, right? Or what you were told were baddies.
Running at baddies.
Jean, you just the situation and the memories and etc. and your anxiety levels spike. Both Larry and Jean pass out as that G hits, and you get propelled through the ship does with you on it, not you two. I believe I can. Ah, shit, I can't. Jake, Philip, and Alex, you feel it. Alex, you've probably done this several times. Philip and Jake, space probably not your thing, but that situation doesn't affect you in the slightest. A few of the crew actually pass out as well, and you get the odd crew member next to them giving a bit of an elbow and a jib, laughing at them because it looks like they probably always pass out on takeoff. And then on the other side there'll be a bit more concern aimed towards them because they don't usually pass out, and no one's batting an eyelid of people passing in and out. Jean and Larry, you do actually come round again and pass out. It's a bit of a back and forth, but you do break forth into the stars beyond Earth. You are on a freight ship heading towards Mars, where you will be thrown out in a rubber dinghy to make your way to the surface of Mars to perform a job for the Crown Estate. And we will see next week what the gang get up to whilst on a freight ship trying not to get into trouble.
You made it into space.
Their journey to the surface of Mars, and then what
Step
they find
one.
on the surface of Mars.
It's taken us 5 weeks to get here, but we're in space.
So, that's the end of tonight's session. Well played, players. Well played, me.
Thank you, GM.
It was.
Thank you, Cybermaster.
Yeah.
I get that the episode may have been a little bit boring's probably an harsh word, but it was less active, I'd say, than the others. But we needed to clarify everything to make sure that the actual fucking adventure went ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the guys that got us the rerolls as well, by the way.
Yes, thank you so much to Mel and Ruffworx for donating those bits. They didn't help, but thank you. Thank you very much for the raid, Sean, if you're still around. Thank you very much for bringing your little community over. Very much appreciated. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, great. If you haven't enjoyed it, you're wrong. So this will be on YouTube. You can watch it on the Twitch VOD. This is what I wish to show you all. This is up for grabs from Sawdust and Swear Words. As you can see, the charity banner in the background. That dice tray is fucking stunning. If you go to Sawdust and Swear Words on Facebook, you can actually see a little video that Dave did showing you it roll through and stuff. This was before it got cleaned up a bit. This was in the early days of the making of it. So yeah, you can see how it works. It's absolutely stunning. It's £2 a go. So essentially every £2 you donate will get your name in the hat. Please make sure that you don't donate anonymously and you do make a note.
It's gravy time.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Nif.
It's because I just accidentally unfollowed.
So yeah, please make sure that if you donate, you don't donate anonymously, otherwise I'll just see it as another donation, and that you leave a note saying it's for the tray. However you want to word it, go for it, but as long as you can tell me that it's for the tray, then I'll know to put your name in the hat. Otherwise it'll just be another donation in the many we have already. So that'll be at the end of August, and it'll be drawn on the Sunday after all the shenanigans done. We've got a couple of other things coming from Ruffworx, which are whereas Dave's done a dice tower tray, Ruffworx has done dice trays, and they are very relevant to Carbon 2185, as he's done some sort of hexagon type grenades, basically, where you take the top off, and they're almost travel dice trays. They're smaller. He's put LEDs in them, so they're under a resin, so the LEDs light up and you can see the neon lighting coming through the resin.
Holy shit.
Oh, it's incredible.
Shit up.
Yeah, so when they're out and about, we'll get photos of them and we'll send them on to you. thank you very much to our beautiful moderator Mel, as she's putting on the links for Sawdust and Swear Words and where you can go to donate. Thank you very much for that, Mel. Yeah, so that's it really. Thanks very much. Carbon 2185, it's a 5th edition cyberpunk RPG. We're really enjoying it. We've been playing it for 15 sessions now.
Come on, watch us do the one shot.
Can we not just do the one shot?
No, I mean they should come and watch us do the one shot and
yeah,
donate
the
to
one
charity
shot, the one
doing
shot.
that.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
during the 48 hour, we're doing lots of one shots of lots of RPGs. One of them will be Carbon 2185, which I'm still waiting on confirmation of whether Robert, the creator of Carbon, will be DMing it or you'll be left with me. But either way, we will be doing a one shot, and during that 3 to 4 hour slot, if we raise £200 during that slot, Nathan has very kindly said he will match the £200 donation. So so the timetable will be coming out either tomorrow or Monday, to let you all know when that will be, but it'll be on Saturday sometime, probably afternoon-ish. But yeah, during that slot, if we can hit £200 during that particular slot, we'll get another 200 off the stunning Nathan. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to keep waffling otherwise. Thank you very much for watching, and the community's great. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, it's so nice to have people in, chatting, heckling, having a laugh, enjoying themselves. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Guys.
Thank you very much, players. Thank you very much to sponsors, Dragon Turtle Games. Go check them out at their web store. Use the code WAITE, WAITE, 10% off. Jobs are good in. Thank you very much, Sawdust and Swear Words. Hope you guys had a good time. I was only able to join late. Don't worry about it, Tess. Don't worry about it. It was brilliant. You can watch it on the VOD and all the shenanigans. Right, so for now,
Yes,
goodbye.
guys.
And say bye, players.
Nanu, nanu.
Nanu, nanu. Sponsored by R2D2.